friend said that it shouldn't move them up, and I just told him to the state attorney, so I'll just put him on my list as move up. And then, you know what, we can write on each. So at least everybody knows, everybody's on the same page, so when they
So
call
where
the
is he
page.
now?
Right, what do you mean, physically or on the list? Physically, he's downstairs in cell 3, he's in a single man cell. Right. So usually when we have the single man cells, like on a weekend or a holiday schedule, we leave them to the last one to bring them up because of the fact that there's like a quote unquote PC, right? So if we bring them up, we can't put them anywhere really because it's not per se PC cell. And then we have a couple of them that has changed on the list too. You know, Hoover was down there acting a crazy fool downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
Hoover.
I can hear you.
Hoover.
Over.
Hoover. Hoover. His name is Hoover. He's always in here.
Oh, you're talking about all the white guy?
Mm-hmm. Was down there acting a fool. Because he said, that,
He's probably homeless, though.
yeah. I mean, and I've never known Hoover to be in here one day and then come clean the parents and actually get up there. Never. You know, this is the day to get up.
Okay, so what's the deal with the case again, the Patterson case? I read through the report. It doesn't say anything.
Say that again?
I wanted to ask you about the Patterson case because you said it was a special one. I wanted to see why it was special.
He's an OPD officer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's 17 years under the belt.
Wow.
And it's a domestic misdemeanor DV case.
Mhm.
It was over a puppy.
Yeah. I read through the report and it looked like a regular DV case. It didn't say anything about him.
Right, but the
And-
reason for it is because he's an active police officer.
yeah.
So anytime there are active police officers,
Yeah.
anything with an officer, we usually take them and put them in a
Special
not
area.
so much an isolation cell, but a one-man cell instead of putting him in a cell with like 16 other people.
Yeah.
And you never know. More than likely, it's because he has put quite a few people in here.
Yep.
And if he's mixed in,
If he's in the line. Yeah, I got you.
you know what
Okay.
I'm saying? So
Okay.
his safety comes first.
Yeah,
That's what
definitely. Okay. I wasn't sure exactly what the situation was because it didn't say it in the report, but thank you.
Yeah.
I figured it was something like that.
Yeah,
Okay.
but this actually came as a special request from the sergeant.
Oh, okay.
From booking for a sergeant.
Yeah,
So.
that makes sense. All right, thanks.
But I mean, usually that's what we usually do, unless if we don't have a special case where the supervisor, sergeant, or somebody else calls, because I got a phone call from her, and she asked me if I could move them up. I said I'll have to check with the clerks.
Hmm.
Once I check with the clerks and they okayed it, then I just update everybody on it. So,
Okay.
but don't get me wrong, we've had other correctional officers, state troopers, and other officers come in, but I'm not going to assume that they will never, I guess, she may know him as having a history of bringing him in on
Yeah.
booking for, so that's probably why she's going to speed the process on.
Yep.
But we have other officers that are here, or other people in law enforcement, not necessarily officers per se, that we don't move them up on the list.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yep.
I guess it depends on all of the situation itself.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. And I don't know if you heard, 30. Osceola is not ready. They want to talk about hearing.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear that. Thank you.
Let me see if I know how to turn on the YouTube. This is new. This is on the record. Just a little pressure on me. What you do?
I had to take the rest of the short sleeve package, the back and short slip. One day I can see some 35 quarantine, two levels.
Number 35?
They just sent a juvenile, one from juvenile over.
Juvenile?
What did they doing?
Oh,
It ain't a juvenile, you know, they changed
yeah.
it.
So what number you said quarantine?
35.
Okay. So she's medical.
And I got the ones that all, the two I had called for, they had them to call. So they sent him up now.
Okay, so Daniels is medical. And 2 office coming up?
Yeah.
Okay, what about 1 November? Is he here?
Yeah.
So 1 November is here.
And it's further from a female number one, he's still like number one.
Okay.
She brought him up. But she had to go get his ID. Good morning, Miss Davis.
All right, Eddie, put Patterson to the top of your move up
Yeah,
list.
that's what I'm gonna do right now, but I got it on the line.
And I did PDs already, and I gave the search funding information, Ms. Sharon knows everybody on the same page. So we're not looking crazy. And tell me if I did this right, I turned this monitor on. Was I supposed to? Do I need
Well,
to do
really, we don't
anything?
turn it on right now, we usually turn it on once a year, like, at a certain
But
time. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, because I just turned it on. How come the screen is black? Are you on him?
Because
He has to connect? Okay. All this new technology.
But last week, we had a cluster, but they didn't have that set up, they had that over there. This one won't cut on. At
I
all.
believe that.
So they had to wind up doing court over the phone.
Keno was here, you said?
Yeah.
Patterson is coming up. November, you said is here? And Topanga is here? More, 24?
No.
It says both female.
Oh, hold on.
Number
No.
24.
No.
She's still not here?
No. They ain't seen her remark no more.
Who else? So did the other female from down there come? Let me ask that.
The other one,
Payer, Ashley Payer. Good morning.
no.
Number 26 is not here?
She didn't have a remark on it.
But when they called, they said that those are the two I come pick up, they're ready to go. And I told Bacon. Bacon said that Winfield said they're up here. Winfield said they're up here.
She don't have a remark when I was out there. She didn't have a remark. I go right back and find out. I take her roster.
And you said the 2 outfits on his way up?
Yeah.
Okay, so the 2 alphas and the 2 female safe books are the only ones that are missing. Huh? Done that up. We got 14 Osceolas. That's a good one. This is the house. And I want to go home and barbecue. I think these are already here. And I think these one here. The one that's not in the mental health. You're welcome.
Hey. Okay. Yeah, I'll take a look at him. I gotta get through the Osceola ones real quick.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's why I was like, let me just make a list. So.
Thanks.
Oh, I got some of that at home. I got the lots bottles of those. I got it at home.
Home Depot.
Yeah, they sell them, but I ain't finna use it here. Y'all don't pay. That's stuff costs very nice.
How much you pay Home Depot?
I can't remember. I bought it a while back. But yes,
I have for $3.50.
they got wipes and everything. I got, well, they don't have wipes in that, but when we have wipes, I be buying it.
That's me too. I restock every time I use one.
Yes. Spray.
So that's what that multi-purpose got in. Okay, and we don't have keys today. Who got him in? He gotta go down and around, don't he? He gotta go down and around. He can't come to there, no deputy.
You gotta,
What deputy?
yeah, we gotta go get him.
He have to go all the way around, right?
Yep.
Somebody gotta go and meet him at
Downstairs, that's what I thought, because there's no deputies today.
Y'all ain't got a way to open it?
Okay.
No, somebody has
Okay.
to come get him from
The
downstairs.
deputies, Orange County
Oh,
Sheriff
y'all ain't got
deputies?
no key to open that door?
No. Orange County
That's
Sheriff
why we got
deputies
the
are the only ones with keys to
But
those
deputies
spots.
ain't working.
We don't
That's
have
in
them.
them, that's in them, have keys to open the door.
Here's the easy solution.
That's in,
Right
Black
downstairs,
working
around
here, they
here.
have keys to open the
Yeah.
door.
I tell them to pull us up here and we'll
Dexter,
go around
gliding,
the hallway.
just had it. They
get
have
you and
keys
bring
to
it
open
back.
up
Okay, you heard what he said?
I can't even let you in.
Okay, they let us know they got that, cause they're not supposed to have keys to that.
Unless they,
That's to the outside.
unless they changed it.
No, cause they not.
I apologize about that. So here's what you
They
do.
can open that
Get you
door.
in
They
here,
never told us
go
that
back
they
downstairs,
had access to that.
tell
Well,
them
let's see.
to call
Well,
forces
Hussein,
officers
hold
to
on.
come get you.
Hussein, she said that the Dexter them been opening that door.
Where's my key?
I told her, we
Our
ain't
keys?
had no key to open this.
On the weekend, I thought that
She
was.
said they have, no. See, we don't
Well,
have
my
no
keys
key
can't
to
fit in
open
there.
that.
They changed
The
our keys.
deputies.
They changed them?
They took one key and put 3 keys on here.
Yeah, they took out a key
rekeyed the
and
whole
gave us
thing.
this big old key.
I don't know, I just
That's why I
know.
was like, they got a key to open this?
You too.
Yeah.
That's what I
So-
was saying.
Right
She
now.
said Dexter and Haddock and Blythe been
But
open.
that was a while back. That was a
And then
while
one of
back.
us will come downstairs and get you and bring you
That's what I
up.
said, we usually have the
All right,
truck,
I apologize.
Yeah. So he got to go back down and somebody gotta go down to the elevator and get him.
What is G4 doing?
Now, I'm gonna tell you what I used to, I seen them open the door, so that's why I'm like,
They supposed to have, here's the key.
they must have
I
changed.
can't do nothing.
We ain't never been able to open the door. I said, well, let me try. They put this big key on here, so maybe they changed their lock thing. But they didn't. We do up here around there?
Yeah,
Oh, we done upgraded, they got a big thing?
we gonna be TV. Yeah, maybe.
Oh, so did he decide yet?
What?
What?
Oh, I see, I'm gonna be ready at 10:30, I just need him to come on in.
They said they're gonna be ready?
Yeah,
Okay, so then he's gonna do that and then,
yeah.
okay.
So if he get up and leave, I can take a break, because he had his back, so he's in a lot of pain. So you have to get up and stretch and walk, so if he said I need a break, he can break.
Okay,
So we gonna leave him, you know, how
okay, just let me know, cause they wanna just bring, they don't want him to be up here. He just right now stands in our area.
who's the,
The guy, yeah, they don't want him to be up there, they just want, yeah, they just wanna bring him
And you know
up.
what? I was, we fixing on winners too. If winners ever come.
Winter is here.
What are the two ladies?
One on them, one on
They two in the back.
and,
What about Dickinson?
Brittany,
Five winners.
Pay and more. Topanga more
There he is.
and Ashley Perry.
changing the keys to everything, but I didn't know they changed it in here.
That's what I thought.
The other one might be coming up.
That's one might be enough.
Coming up.
You need one November?
Yeah, yeah. From the main well, okay. It's gonna be better.
I thought it was one November.
What was that, Andy? Was you the only officer in
One
here?
November?
Mm-hmm.
Please no. I figured, I thought they were on quarantine.
And you said, Moore and, the other one is here. Two city book females. Clark is here.
She
Bill
said
it.
she on her way over. No, she said she hadn't got here yet, but they supposed to bring her over. I think that's all we were missing, was, she out there first. Dr. Peters, first.
Andy, did you get the victim?
No, when she come up, I go, when she, before I bring them up,
Okay.
that's when I do.
All right.
Aaron, seated. Sorry, I lost track of time there.
That's okay, that's okay.
Oh, we're sorry, I'll see you all right. Gotta turn on TV.
Yeah, you guys turn on TV?
Good. Definitely not on. Slide it up. Okay. All right, we had one Spanish case from Osceola, Muniz Matos. Is he ready?
Yes, Your Honor. However, Sydney Senator, Assistant Public Defender, the COs have asked if you could please call up Sean Crosby first.
Crosby.
Yes, Your Honor.
No, this is Osceola. Morning, sir.
Morning.
Can you state your name?
Sean Crosby.
All right, Mr. Crosby, you were picked up on 4 charges. The first one is trespass on an occupied structure or conveyance, resisting officer without violence, resisting officer with violence, and battery on a law enforcement officer. Court found probable cause for the charges in this case. I'm going to set your bonds as follows. As to the trespass, I'm going to set your bond at $250. As to the resisting officer without violence, I'll set your bond at $250. To resisting officer with violence, I'll set your bond at $1,000. As to battery on law enforcement officer, I'll set your bond at an amount of $2,000. Pretrial release is qualified? I couldn't understand. Quite sure. It says yes and
Your
no.
Honor.
Yes?
Yeah,
All right.
I'm sorry, not at this time due to his current status here at the facility.
All right. Sir, I'll make a condition of your bonds that you do not possess any alcoholic beverages or illegal narcotics, that you do not go to anywhere where alcohol is normally sold or distributed. That means no bars, no liquor stores. You understand? All right. Sir, have a great day. I'm sorry. I got jumped off too fast. Mr. Carr, can you put your name on the record for the state of Florida?
Alex Card for the state of Florida.
And I can't see really well who is at the fence with the mask, but can put on the public defender's office in Osceola put the name on the record?
Yes, Your Honor. Sydney Sanabria, Assistant Public Defender.
All right. And pretrial release?
Officer Pat Hill on behalf of PTR.
All right. Morning, Ms. Hill. All right, are we ready for our Spanish person?
Yes,
Oh.
Your Honor.
Good morning, Your Honor. Good to
I
see
get-
you on the
good to
bench.
see you. You gotta get in person.
Yes, sir.
Interpreting today. All right. I have one case, Mr. Interpreter, for Osceola.
Where would you like me to, usually I sit here when I'm here, I don't know, because it's a holiday. I don't know. So, right here?
Oh, he's the interpreter?
Yeah.
Yes, he just sit right there, yes.
All right. Well, this is where you're in, because I know you just got here. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that your Spanish will translate from English to Spanish and Spanish to English to the best of your ability, so help you God?
I do, Your Honor. For the record, Rafael Barrera, State Certified Court Interpreter.
Can you guys hear Mr. Barrera out there?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. First case I have, Mr. Interpreter, is the case of Antonio Munez Matos. Sir, can you state your name?
Señor, por favor, dígame su nombre.
Antonio Muñiz Mato.
Antonio Muñiz Matos.
All right.
I'm sorry, Judge. You have the PD on the
Yeah, I'm sorry. Just for the record, per our admin order from the Florida Supreme Court, everybody gets in public defender right now, at least while the pandemic is going forward until they change that order. Everybody gets the PD.
Okay, got it. I just need to mark my box.
Yeah, okay. So the public defender is appointed to represent all of you at the jail. So once you get your court dates and everything is heard, then you can speak to the public defender about any matters as far as bond and things of other release natures in front of your division judges. All right. Sorry.
Todas las personas que estén presentes, basado en la orden ejecutiva que la tiene el defensor público, después que le demos la fecha de comparecencia, pueden hablar con el defensor público referente a las fianzas y cosas así, y después le vamos a asignar su beneficio.
All right, sir. You are being picked up on 4 charges. The first one is possession of cocaine with intent to sell, deliver, or manufacture.
El primer cargo usted tiene de los 4 es posesión de cocaína con intento a entregar y a fabricar.
The second is resisting an officer without violence.
El segundo es resistir un oficial policíaco sin violencia.
The third is possession of drug paraphernalia.
El tercero es posesión de parafernalia de drogas.
And the third is possession of cocaine.
Y el cuarto es posesión de cocaína.
Sir, is your current address 161 Durham Circle, Kissimmee, Florida?
Su dirección actual, señor, es el 161 Durham Circle en Kissimmee, Florida.
Do you get mail there?
Yes. ¿Usted recibe la correspondencia ahí?
Sí.
Yes.
Mr. Carr, does he have any extensive criminal history? Or somebody from...
Licenciado Carr, ¿cuál es el expediente, el antecedente penal de él?
State does not have criminal history at this time, Your
All
Honor.
right.
La fiscalía no tiene expediente de antecedente penal en este momento.
All right, that's the count one. I don't find probable cause.
Your Honor,
En el primer cargo determino que no hay motivo fundado.
I'm sorry. Yes, pre-trial release.
yes,
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, we do have criminal history on all of the PC cases. And,
Sorry, Your Honor.
I'm sorry, Ms. Hill.
Hearing that.
Yeah, we can't hear you. We can barely hear you.
we do have, I'm sorry, Your Honor, we have history on all the PC cases.
Okay. Do you have any history for Mr. Muniz Matos?
Yes, Your Honor, he has no Florida priors. He does have priors out of Puerto Rico between 2005 and 2010, ag assaults, drug charges, robbery, burglary, weapon charges.
All right.
Sí, su señoría no tiene antecedente penal en la Florida, pero tiene cargos en Puerto Rico desde 2005, 2010, cargos de agresión agravada, cargos de drogas, de armas, de robo.
All right. Based on these facts, the court, like I said, didn't find probable cause as to count one. As the remaining counts, the court is going to release you on your own recognizance. Sir, you must respond to the court when they send you mail of your next court date. They'll be on demand. If you do not show up, the court will issue a capias for your arrest, and you'll be back in front of a judge at the
Señor,
jail.
que los demás cargos le voy a dar libertad bajo palabra. Tiene que usted presentarse cuando reciba el aviso. Si usted no se presenta en la fecha de comparecencia, se emitirá una orden de arresto en el caso suyo y estará enfrente de un juez de nuevo.
Card.
Your Honor, did you say you did not find probable cause on count one? Or you
No,
did?
I didn't find probable cause as count one. Count
State-
four of that is a duplicative count, so which I would, with the lesser, what I would find is possession of cocaine, which is the lesser included offense, and he's already been charged with that in count four of the charging affidavit. So I'm not going to double up on that.
Okay.
Por lo tanto, no voy a determinar que motivo fundado en el primer cargo porque el cuarto cargo es un cargo duplicado y determino que motivo fundado en ese, por lo tanto no necesitamos acusarlo de
No. I was rushing like that. For Orange County, I'm going to take a break when we get to the pleadables. Because I need to walk around. My back was killing me yesterday while I'm sitting up here. So when we get to the pleadables, I'm going to take a break.
You don't have your docket? Okay. I'll look them up on there.
Did you want me to read that?
I think, unless you speak Portuguese.
No, sir. I do not.
It says the next person is Oliveira, and then you have Portuguese interpreter.
Your Honor, I did want to say that although we can hear the Spanish, it's a little bit low.
Your Honor, I've never been known for being a soft-spoken individual, but I
No.
will try my best to speak louder.
All right. Is the microphone closer?
Maybe I have to remove that,
Just slide the mic a little closer. to
Oh,
you,
is
man.
that what's going on? Okay, gotcha. There we go.
All right, we're trying to get
Can you hear me? Can you hear me better now?
Yes, way better.
Yeah. Thank you.
Oh, does a victim speak English? Does anybody know? Because I don't think we have enough for 2 interpreters.
Your Honor, he speaks English.
Okay, good. Yeah, I don't think we're set up for a 2 interpreter system in here. Yes. Hello, do I have a Portuguese interpreter on the line?
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Could you put your name on the record for me?
Sure, it's Teresa.
Last name?
We don't give out our last names. We just have IDs.
Then your ID number. I need to be able to verify.
223737.
All right, ma'am, could you raise your right hand to be sworn in?
Yes.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm that you'll translate from Portuguese to English and English to Portuguese to the best of your ability, so help you God?
Yes.
All right. Need you with one case. I was going to use, she has 3 names, 3 last names. I was going to use Jacqueline Oliveira. Ma'am, can you state your name?
Sim, por favor, diz o seu nome para o recorde, por favor.
Jaqueline da Silva.
Jacqueline da Silva.
All right. That's why we'll do that. And I have a witness in the witness box. Can you raise your right hand to be sworn in, sir?
Sim, o senhor que está aí também.
That's need you for the defendant. Sir, if you can raise your right hand to be sworn in.
Do you solemnly swear affirm the testimony shall give you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
State your name for the record. State your name.
My name is Henrik Santos.
All right, but Madam Attorney, I need you to translate this part, sir. Ma'am.
Sure.
Sir, what is your relations to the defendant in this case?
Look, first of all,
Sim, senhor, qual é o seu relacionamento com o defendedor aqui neste caso?
You gotta speak closer to the mic because
Okay.
you got wearing a mask, so I can barely hear you.
I have a 6 years with her.
Okay. Is this your wife? Correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. So you're here on vacation?
No, sir.
No? All right. And are you in fear of your wife?
I speak Portuguese, so can you repeat, please, sir?
Yeah. Madam Interpreter.
Sim, você tem medo da sua esposa? Você tem medo, algum medo da sua esposa?
No. Not a
Sir, if this were to happen again, what would you do?
Se isto for acontecer de novo, o que você ia fazer?
Embora. Leave.
I would leave.
All right. Leave and go where?
Ir embora para onde?
No, try to have other home. Go to the other home.
Say it again. I couldn't hear it. You broke up at the very end.
Desculpa, você tem outra casa?
No. Try to rent other home.
All right. Sir, do you want to have contact with your wife?
Você quer ter contato com a sua esposa?
Oh, yeah.
You gotta wait for her to finish so I can hear you.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes, sir.
All right. Mr. Carter, do you have any inquiry?
No questions from the state, Your Honor.
All right, Madam Interpreter, I need you to talk. The defendant and I need to have a conversation. So, Ms. Oliveira?
Sim, senhora Oliveira. I'm sorry, I cannot hear her at all.
Yep. Ma'am, you got to speak into the microphone.
Sim, por favor, fala pro microfone mais alto, por favor.
They didn't ask anything.
Yep.
Your Honor,
Ma'am,
do you just want her to acknowledge that she's here?
Yeah, I just want to make sure she can hear me because it's
Oh, yes, she
All
can
right.
hear.
All right. Ma'am, you were picked up last night on a charge of battery domestic violence.
Sim, ontem à noite você tem aqui a carga de violência doméstica.
I'm going to set your bond in this matter at the amount of $500.
E você irá pagar uma fiança de $500.
I wanted to. She said she doesn't qualify for pretrial release.
That's correct, Your Honor. When she came in, rapid ID has been down, so we cannot confirm her history.
All right. So, man, I'll make a condition of your bond that you have no hostile contact with your husband.
E as condições também com essa fiança é para não ter contato violento com o seu esposo.
So I'm going to give you what my broadest definition of no hostile contact is so we can make sure we understand each other.
E para nós entendermos um e outro, eu vou agora explicar as informações que quer dizer para não ter esse contato violento e o que isso quer dizer.
So right before the argument you were having, right before it became physical, would be considered no hostile contact.
Só logo antes desse disputo que começou e depois foi físico, logo antes disso acontecer fisicamente, tendo esse dano, isso é considerado ter contato violento.
So no yelling, no fighting. If you have a disagreement, either disagree civilly or you will have to leave.
Só não é para estar berrando, não brigando, tem que estar em comunicação civil, senão você tem que sair.
Because if the police are called again to an incident like this, you'll end up back in jail on a no bond status.
Se tem mais outros incidentes que a polícia está chamada, você vai ir para a cadeia e não vai ter fiança.
You also to possess no weapons or firearms.
E também para não ter armas.
Your next court date will be be provided for you at the jail.
E na cadeia, eles vão dar a próxima dia de corte.
That's it, man. Thank you.
Okay, so isso. Okay, Your Honor, anything else for me today?
No, Madam Interpreter. Have a great day.
Okay, Your Honor, thanks for using our service. Have a wonderful day. Take care.
Thank you.
Next person I have is Ambell. Emily Ambell.
Aimable? Aimable, Your Honor, she said.
Aimable.
Yes.
Sorry for the mispronunciation. Ma'am, could you state your name?
Emily Aimable,
All right, Miss Aimable, can you give me your date of birth?
November 22nd, 84.
Ma'am, you were picked up last night on a charge of driving license suspended. I reviewed the charging affidavit and found there's probable cause for your arrest in this matter. I'm going to release you direct PTR. No operating a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license. So catch your Uber, rideshare, bus, Sunrail. Don't drive. You understand?
Yes, sir.
All right. Have a great day, ma'am. Your next court date will be provided to you at the jail.
Okay, thank you.
Next person I have is Jose Davila.
Oh, Your Honor, I was told by the COs that he refused.
All right, do you want to waive his appearance today?
Yes, Your Honor, defense waives his appearance.
Mr. Jose Davila is here on two matters. The first is a failure to appear on written promise. In 2020 CF 1680, the judge in that case set his bond at none. It will remain at none. The second case is providing false identification to law enforcement by an arrestee. His bond is $500 and remain at $500. You will have to go see his division judge in felony court to get a bond hearing as to his failure to appear. I have Russell Forbes.
He's in the hospital, Your Honor.
All right. Madam Public Defender, you want to waive his appearance today? Or do you want to reset him for tomorrow?
Within 24 hours of his release from hospital?
Whenever he's released from the hospital.
Your Honor, if we could reset it,
All right.
please.
I'll reset him for within 24 hours after his release from the hospital. I have Chad Foster. Can you state your name, sir?
Chad Foster,
Can you give me a date of birth?
7676.
So you're here on you were arrested for a charge of aggravated battery, cause of great bodily harm or disability. Your bond in that case, I'm going to stay at, I found probable cause, I'm still going to stay your bond in the amount of $3,500. I'm going to make a condition of your bond that you have no contact with this victim, that you possess no weapons or firearms, including trained animals. The next court date will be on demand.
Your Honor, will you be taking any action on the probation case that he's out on?
Oh, okay. Sir, you were out on probation in 2019 CT 2352 in front of Judge Epperson. The court is going to find an on-view violation of your probation in that case. I'm going to set your bond in that matter at none until you can get in front of Judge Epperson for a bond hearing. All right, have a seat, sir. All right, I have Anthony Hawes, or is it Hawks? Hawes? He's gonna tell me how to say his name. Oh, sir, can you state your name?
Anthony Hawes,
All right, Mr. Hawes, can you give me your date of birth?
February 12th, 1988.
Sir, you're here on a charge of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. I did find probable cause for your arrest in that matter. He doesn't qualify for pretrial release, correct?
He qualifies with the monetary bond.
Yep, that's what I thought. All right, sir, I'm going to set your bond in the amount of $5,000 in this case with pretrial release. You are to have no contact with the alleged victim in this case. You are to not return to this residence, ever. You are to not possess any weapons or firearms. Your next court date will be on demand. I have Emmanuel Rivera.
He's in detox, Your Honor.
All right. Do you want to reset him or you want to waive?
We can waive his appearance.
Mr. Rivera was brought in on possession of synthetic cannabis, possession of methamphetamine, possession of methamphetamine with intent to sell or deliver, and possession of drug paraphernalia. I did find probable cause for his arrest in this matter. I'll set his bonds as follows. As to count one, I'll set his bond in the amount of $250. As to count two, I'll set his bond in the amount of $250. As to count three, I will set his bond in the amount of $1,000. and it's to count count 4, sorry. I'll set his bond at an amount of $100. I have Mark Saver. All right. Sir, you are here on a violation of probation in 2006 CF 214. The court in that case issued a warrant for your arrest, set your bond at none. Your bond remain at none. Sir, you are also a violent felony offender of special concern, as well as the Jessica Lunsford Act does apply to you. So you remain in the Osceola County Jail until your violation of probation is resolved.
Until my what, sir?
Until your violation of probation is resolved, you will remain in the Osceola County Jail.
I don't understand that.
The violation of probation.
You are not entitled to a bond in any matter because you are a violent felony offender of special concern until your case is actually resolved, which means you either plea, go to a hearing, get found not guilty, or get found guilty and sentenced. So you will remain in Osceola County Jail until your case is resolved.
Sir, I have an 84-year-old mother at home.
I understand that. The law, I'm telling you what the law tells you. Tell me, I have to tell you.
I'm just asking, sir, I'm just asking for a little bit of mercy from the court, because ever since I have been on probation and everything, I've been doing everything as follows.
I understand that. The court cannot violate the law. That would disrupt and corrupt the whole purpose of us being here. If the court were to start violating the law. Doesn't that make sense?
Yes,
so
it does.
The Florida legislature told me that since you qualify for those two things, you can't be released.
Okay.
So if they change the law, then I'll start following that law. But today we're going to follow the laws that they have in place.
But all right.
All right. So have a great day.
About it. All right, sir.
I have Timothy Shigell.
Yes, sir.
Right. Can you state your name? State your name, sir.
Timothy Schweigel.
Schweigel, I'm sorry. Thank you. I apologize for butchering your name. Can you give me your date of birth?
1/21/1983.
All right, sir. You're here on a charge of petty theft. I did find probable cause for your arrest in that matter. I'm going to stay your bond in the amount of $500. You are also arrested.
It's the second time they arrested me for this warrant, sir. They bonded me out last time. 3 weeks ago, and they arrested me again on the same warrant.
All right, it's an out-of-county warrant for Walden County.
Yes,
maybe,
sir. I will.
Maybe Walden won't extradite you.
Sir?
So maybe Walden won't extradite you, but they set your bond at $500 in Walden County.
I'm calling them. They won't extradite right now during the coronavirus.
I'm just reading the information I've gotten. So the public defender's office is appointed to represent you. You got $500 on the petty theft, $500 on the warrant.
It's the second time they arrested me on the warrant, sir.
I can't do anything about that because I don't represent you. I'm not an advocate. I'm just a judge. So the lady that's standing to your right is your advocate.
I'm double jeopardy. I'm the same thing already, twice.
The lady standing next to you is your advocate. You're appointed with the public defender's office. You need to talk to your lawyer, get you in front of your division judge, or get them to talk to the judge in Walden County.
My mother called them. They're not doing no transportation right now. So why are they holding me on a warrant if they're not transporting nobody?
Sir,
the second time they picked me up.
Yep.
Then my mom.
So that's what I'm saying. So then maybe you talk to the judge in Walden County. They may let you out. So the public defender's office is going to appoint to represent you. I think Judge Carter, who normally sits in this spot, is going to reach out to the judge in Walden County and see what can be done as to your bond conditions.
Your Honor, I would also request a no return order as a condition of our.
It's all right, sir. No return to the Walmart where this happened.
Sir?
No return to the Walmart where this happened.
I understand, yes, sir.
This is a conditional bond. I have a Brian Van Dam.
He's in the hospital, Your Honor.
All right, do you want to waive his appearance? It's an out-of-county warrant for Polk County.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Van Dam's picked up an out-of-county warrant for Polk County for 3 charges: grand theft, burglary, and criminal mischief. The judge in Polk County set his bond at $2,250, and he will either be, if they're transporting inmates, they'll transport him. If not, I think Judge Carter will try to reach out to the judge in Polk County and see if there's any other type of release conditions that they're agreeable to. I have Corey Dickinson, or Dixon, I'm sorry.
Was that 250 for each of the ones that you mentioned?
It was 1,000. It was 1,000 on count 1, 1,000 on count 2, $250. That's the count 3. So for a total of $2,250. All right, I have Corey Dickinson.
Your Honor, defense asked to waive his appearance due to a medical condition.
All right. He is here on a charge of driving license suspended. His bond is, in the first case that I have, and the second case I have, he's charged with carrying a concealed weapon during the commission of a felony. Possession of cocaine, possession of drug equipment, that's the count 3, and obstructing with a resisting officer without violence. He has a Polk County VOP case. No, sorry. Oops, I'm sorry, apologize. Next person. All right, as to driver's license suspended count, I'm going to stay his bond at $500. The carrying concealed weapon during the commission of a felony, I want to set his bond at $1,000. As to possession of cocaine, I want to set his bond at $250. As to possession of drug paraphernalia, I want to set his bond at $100. As to the resisting officer without violence, I'm going to stay his bond at $500. It's all stuck together. All right, and the last case I have is Christopher, is it Osley? Posey? Is he out of the hospital?
He's here, Your Honor.
He's here.
Good afternoon, sir. Where's our good morning? I apologize. Can you state your name?
Christopher Pulisic?
Speak up.
All right,
Christopher Pulisic,
Can you give me your date of birth?
594.
All right, sir. You are here with an out-of-county warrant out of Polk County on a charge of battery. Looks that way. The judge of Polk County set your bond at none. Your bond will remain at none at this time until we either get you to Polk County or somebody can speak to the judge about giving you some other type of release conditions. And the next court date will be provided to you when you get to Polk County. Or I think Judge Carter may reach out to the judge there this week and see if there's a little release condition that they're agreeable to. All right, have a good day, sir. All right, did I miss anybody in Osceola?
No, Your Honor, you covered everyone.
Your Honor, I do want to take
Yes,
a
ma'am.
minute to say it's good to see you, and
Okay.
congratulations on your, it's good to see you, and I wanted to wish you congratulations on your appointment.
Thank you, Ms. Hill. All right, thank you everybody there in Polk County. In Osceola County. And we got Polk County on the brain. All right, thank you everybody in Osceola County. Everybody have a great Labor Day.
Thank you, too.
All right. Swear I got one Spanish case. That's it? Correct? 2? 1, 2, 2.
We got more than 2 Spanish cases.
I got 1 or 2?
1, 2, 3, 4. I got 4.
Okay, 4. All right.
Unless somebody
All right,
find
maybe.
out.
All right, you got 4. Sorry.
One gone. Okay, well, once we get
4
to-
Peterson. I got starting with.
Yes.
And Kino.
I don't know how to say his first name.
Oh, yeah. And Kino. I have to ask him about this next case. What is his name?
Roberto Vieira Santana. They
they pushed the
combined
name?
his two last
Okay.
names.
All right.
So Vieira Santana.
Vieira Santana, because I hate when they do that. And I'm like,
And Judge, congratulations before I forget. Good to see you on the bench.
Thank you. I think so. It's 11:15 right now. We have to get through this by 11:30, 12.
No nonsense, George. I like it. Okay, no nonsense. You say, boom, 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 boom. Thank you. Keep moving. That's how you
Is my job?
That's what you're doing.
That's my job.
Keep going. I got that.
Because the problem is half time I can't do anything about it. I mean, I understand you want to talk to me about something, but then half time you want to talk to me about something that's going to dig you a hole, so let's not talk about that.
Yeah, we should be out of here.
I'm going to take a little break. I should take a stand up now. Wait. That's for next year.
Well, kind of a thing to say. Yeah.
I'd rather do this thing. Good morning, sir. Can you state your name?
Buenos días, caballero. Dígame su nombre.
Josian.
Josian.
Your full name.
Su nombre completo.
Josian Nehemías Aquino Jorge.
Josian Nehemías Aquino George.
All right, sir. Can you give me your date of birth?
¿Me puede dar su fecha de nacimiento?
24 de septiembre del 2001.
24th of September 2001.
Sir, you are here on a charge of aggravated battery, domestic violence.
Señor, usted está aquí por un caso de agresión agravada, violencia doméstica.
No entendí.
I don't understand that.
It's alleged that you committed aggravated battery on the victim in this case that you have a domestic relationship with.
Se alega que usted cometió un acto de agresión de violencia doméstica en una persona con quien usted tiene, una víctima con quien usted tiene una relación doméstica.
And you either used a weapon or caused injury that we consider great bodily harm or permanent disability.
Y usted o usó un arma o le causó lesión de gran daños corporales o una incapacidad permanente.
No más agresión.
Don't talk about the facts of your case.
No hable sobre los hechos de su caso.
I'll have a victim here. Okay. So, sir, I want to set your bond in this matter in the amount of $3,500.
Señor, voy a programar su fianza en este caso en $3,500.
I'm going to place bond conditions as he doesn't qualify, correct?
No, Your Honor, he does not qualify.
Él no califica. Estas serán las condiciones de fianza.
So, conditions on your bond that you have no contact with the victim in this case.
No se le permitirá contacto con la víctima en este caso.
That you maintain a separate residence from this victim.
Que mantenga una residencia separada de la víctima.
That you do not return to the shared residence.
Que no regrese a la residencia que comparten.
You may return one time with law enforcement.
Puede regresar una sola vez acompañado de un oficial del orden público.
For the sole purpose of retrieving belongings that belong to you.
Con el único fin de recopilar pertenencias que le pertenezcan a usted.
Other than that, absolutely zero, no contact with this victim.
Que no sea por esa razón, no se le permiten contacto, cero contacto con esta víctima.
All right, have a great day, sir.
Que tenga buen día, caballero.
All right. Can you state your name, sir?
¿Puede dar su nombre, por favor, señor?
State your name, please.
Su nombre, por favor.
Roberto Viera.
Roberto Viera.
Can you give me your date of birth?
¿Nos puede dar su fecha de nacimiento?
10-15-89.
10/15 of 89.
So it's not 10-10-89?
Entonces no es el 10 de octubre del 89.
No, es 15.
No, it's the 15th.
Somebody want to look into changing that on the affidavit, on the charging affidavit.
Un momento, déjeme cambiarlo en la affidavit de cargos.
All right. Sir, you have been picked up on a charge of grand theft motor vehicle.
Señor, usted ha sido detenido por un cargo de hurto mayor de vehículo.
Your bond we stayed at $1,000.
Su fianza será programada en $1,000.
Condition of your bond, you have no contact with the victim in this case.
Una condición de su libertad será que no se le permite contacto con la víctima en este caso.
You are out on bond in 2020 CF 7184AO.
Usted estaba libre bajo fianza en el caso 20 CF 7184AO.
In that case, I'm going to revoke a street and discharge your bonds.
En ese caso voy a revocar y voy a despedir su fianza
And set a new bond at none.
y le voy a programar 0 fianza en ese caso.
Have a great day, sir.
Que tenga buen día, caballero.
Can you state your name, ma'am?
Dígame su nombre, señora.
Lisa Rivera Acevedo.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. My apologies. Do we know what number this is on the docket?
I think this is Lisa Rivera Asino.
¿Me revise tu nombre de nuevo, por favor?
Lisa Rivera Acevedo.
Lisa Rivera Acevedo.
All right. Ma'am, you have been picked up on a charge of possession of cannabis under 20 grams.
Usted fue detenida por un cargo de posesión de cannabis menos de 20 gramos.
I want to stay your bond at $250.
Voy a programar su fianza en $250.
You're out on bond in case 2020 CF 7387AO.
Usted estaba libre bajo fianza en el caso 20 CF 7387AO.
In that case, I'm going to revoke a street and discharge your bond.
En ese caso voy a revocar y despedir su fianza
I'm going to set a new bond in the amount of $3,000
y voy a programar una nueva fianza en ese caso de $3,000.
with the same terms and conditions, no contact with the victim in that case.
Con las mismas condiciones, no se le permite contacto con la víctima en ese caso.
Maintain separate residences.
Mantener residencias separadas.
Do not possess any weapons or firearms.
Y no se le permite portar armas de fuego o armas blancas.
Right. No drugs, no alcohol.
No se le permite drogas o alcohol.
All right, have a great day, ma'am.
Que tenga buen día, señora.
Did Vegas Martinez bond? Corrections? Did Vegas Martinez bond?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, I think that is it, Mr. Barrera.
Thank you,
You
Your
head to
Honor.
the
May the
beach
interpreter
now?
be excused?
Yes, sir. You can head on to the beach. I'll stay here.
Thank you, Your Honor. You have a good day. It's good to see you.
All right, good to see you too.
You too, thank you.
Sir, can you state your name?
Richard Patterson,
Can you give me a date of birth?
7/15/71.
All right, sir, you are here on 2 counts of domestic violence battery.
Yes, sir.
I've read charging affidavits in this case. I find there's probable cause for your arrest. As a count 1, I'm going to set your bond amount of $250. As a count 2, I'm going to set your bond amount of $250.
Your Honor, he does qualify for pretrial release.
With pretrial release conditions, that you have no contact with the victims in this case, that you maintain a separate residence from the victims, that you not return to a shared residence with the victim. You may return one time with law enforcement. One time with law enforcement. So before you sign that, look at me for a second. You return one time with law enforcement to retrieve your items. So that little form says that, because a lot of people don't listen, don't read it, and it says one time with law enforcement. Because if you go there by yourself, you will be arrested, and you'll be standing in front of me, and you won't be getting back out. Understand? All right? sign no contact order. There's absolutely zero, no contact with the victims in this case. The next court date will be provided to you when you're discharged, when you're bonded.
So, Your Honor, he will be bond and PTR?
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
All domestic, so, this is okay. All domestic violence cases have to have a monetary bond. So I have to get them bond with money, and then you have to get them, most of them qualify for pretrial release, so I'll usually put that in place as well.
Did you say no weapon, no firearm?
Yep, no weapons, no firearms. Apologize. No weapons, no firearms, sir, while you're out on bond. All right, sir, have a great day. Thank you. All right. This is Gonzalez is my next.
Your Honor, Gonzalez, medical.
All right. Before we get to Gonzalez, Ms. Lane, did you, before we get to Ms. Clark, Ms. Lane, do you want to waive Mr. Gonzalez's appearance today?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, the public defender's office, like I said, have been pointing to everybody that's in the jail at this point. I found probable cause for the two counts in Mr. Gonzalez's affidavit. We'll stay his bonds and those affidavits at $100 is to count one, $350 is to count two, $3,500 is to count two. All right, Ms. Clark.
Yes, ma'am, sir.
All right, how are you doing this morning?
Not very well, sir.
All right.
My ankle things are too tight.
Yeah. Can we get your name and your date of birth?
Nina Clark, Nena-Clarke. Date of birth is 3/3/1960.
All right.
I'm a Floridian. I was born in Hollywood,
Mr.
Florida.
Clark, do you have any burglary history for Ms. Clark?
Sorry, Your Honor, I'm trying to find her paperwork right now.
All right, PTR.
That was all expunged, that was all,
Hold on.
I can tell you, if you'd like me to know. Tell me.
Yes, Your Honor, she was convicted of burglary of a conveyance and petty theft on May 7th, 2020.
All right, Ms. Lang, so we start in Orange County. Could you put your name on the record for the Public Defender's Office?
Ka-Hing Leung from the Office of the Public Defenders.
All right. All right, Ms. Clark, you are here for a charge of trespass after warning. Your current bond is $500.
Yes, sir. Can I answer that? Or can I say
I
something?
would
Okay.
normally credit time serve you.
I was not arrested on that property. I was arrested on city property, which the fire marshal or the fire inspector told me they cannot do anything to me on city property. I'm born and raised in
I would say
Florida.
Fire marshals, I'll tell you this, fire marshals aren't lawyers, so.
I know that, but he did not put cuffs on me till, all I did was use a public restroom, sir. This is the only public restroom down in Orlando.
I got you.
The only public, restroom I could use. It was early in the morning. I used the restroom.
Tell me about your case. Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on.
All right, I'm sorry.
All right.
I'm not very happy right now.
I got you. So I'm trying to cut you a deal.
Okay,
Just
they
give
have
me a
taken
second
everything from me.
All right. You know, this is what I feel, a minor fraction in the larger scheme of things. Me personally, as a judge, I have issue when people, I don't like, you have just somewhere because you don't have any place to be. You know,
I
that's a
am trying to
situation.
find me and my fiance, which I think.
Don't tell me the story. Just
Okay.
listen to me for a second.
Okay.
All right. So I can give you an explanation about what I'm about to do right now. All right. So I can offer you because Mr. Carr, do you have an offer?
Not at this time, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Carr doesn't have an offer. If you want to get out in the next couple days, I'm gonna do this. I'll do this for you. I'll give you 3 days in the county jail for this offense, and then the case will be over with. You'll be out in 2 days.
Okay, and everything will be, nothing on my record, because I have nothing on my record from before.
According to PTR, it seems like you do have some stuff on your record, and that's the reason
Well,
why
I don't, and I can prove that. I have lots, that they have stolen, my fiance's family has stolen my records to where I'm supposed to clear my name and get my rights back.
Okay.
And it's been
Right
stolen
now,
by his
I have to
family.
go with what
Okay.
our FCS, which is our FBI database, and which both PTR has and the state of Florida has on what
I
they have.
understand.
All right, so.
But it was all time served.
Okay, so
Okay.
it'll be credit time served as to that.
Okay.
Do you want to take that offer?
I can't hear you,
Do you
sir.
want to take that offer of 3 days in the county jail?
Yes, sir.
All right. You want to raise your right hand to be sworn in? Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
All right, ma'am. Do you want to plead guilty or no contest to these charges?
I'm guilty of using the public bathroom, yes.
All right. All right. So by pleading guilty to this charge, you'll be giving up your right to a trial in this case. Do you understand that?
I have what?
You'll be giving up your right to a trial by pleading guilty in this case. Do you understand that?
No, I don't want to do that then,
Okay.
okay? Because I was doing nothing wrong.
All right. I'm going to set your bond in the amount of $100. And we'll see you. See you later.
$100, okay. Thank you,
Have a
sir.
great day. I have.
Ms. Daniels?
Yes, ma'am.
Medical?
Medical. All right. Ms. Lane, do you want to waive Mr. Daniels' appearance?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Daniels was picked up. Santana Daniels was picked up on a charge of battery. The court did find probable cause for the arrest in this case. I'm going to set his bond in that case in the amount of state his bond in the amount of $500. I'm going to place bond conditions. They have no contact with the victim. They do not return to the scene of this location and do not possess any weapons or firearms. Mr. Daniels was out on bond and PTR in 2020, CF 2443 AO. The court in that case is going to revoke a street and discharge his bonds. I'm going to set a new bond in that case at none. All right, Mr. Purse.
Sir, how you doing? Good morning, sir.
How are you doing?
Working on it, Your Honor.
Can you state your name?
My name's Kenneth James Purvis, birthday 12/18/1972.
All right, sir, you are here on a charge of solicitation without a permit. And you have two other cases of solicitation without a permit.
And sir, no disrespect.
Yep.
I'm working on it, yes, sir. No disrespect, sir.
So, Mr. Carter, do you have an offer for the result of these cases?
Not at this time, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Purvis, if you want to resolve all three of your cases with the court, I'll give you adjudicate you guilty, give you credit time served. Is that something you want to do this morning?
Yes, sir. And
right.
sir,
You want to raise your right hand and be sworn in? Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
yes, sir.
All right, sir. In the first case, this is 20 CO 700. You are being charged with the crime of solicitation without a permit. And 20 CO 645, you are being charged with solicitation without a permit. In 2020 CO 30AW, you're also being charged with solicitation without a permit. All three of those charges are second-degree misdemeanors, punishable by 60 days in the county jail and a $500 fine. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Do you want to plead guilty or no contest to these charges?
I'm going to plead guilty, Your Honor.
All right. By accepting a plea of guilty, you're waiving your right to a trial in this case. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You understand you give up your right to have the court appoint a attorney to represent you in these cases?
Yes, sir.
An attorney in this case can cross-examine, challenge the state's evidence, cross-examine the state's witnesses, and call witnesses on your behalf. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medications this morning?
No, sir.
Have you now or in the past been diagnosed with a mental health illness?
Yes, sir, I have, but I have been found competent, and I have been working with the HOPE team and been blessed with an apartment and been working diligently on it, sir.
No. The question is, have you been diagnosed with a mental health illness?
No, sir, I'm good right now.
Okay. Or in the past, have you been diagnosed with a mental health illness?
They told me I had PTSD one time. These guys crashed me. I was in a coma, but we worked through it.
Do you take any medications for that?
No, sir. I do have to go back to the hospital for the pancreas, though. We're going to do this week.
All right. Do you understand if you're not a United States citizen entering this plea? Do you understand if you're not a United States citizen entering this plea could subject you to deportation?
Yes, sir.
All right.
I'm a U.S. citizen.
All right. Has anybody forced, threatened, or coerced you to enter this plea?
No, sir.
All right, I found that your plea is freely and voluntary. I looked up your other cases while I was reading the other affidavits. I find it's a factual basis for the cases in front of the court and the other 2 cases that you are out on release or NTA for. I will adjudicate you guilty in all 3 matters. I will, the court cost is different. Is it 273? What's cost of prosecution too?
You only get this here court costs.
They don't do the cost of prosecution? All right. All right, sir, I will impose the $223 in court costs in all 3 matters, and I'll reduce all 3 of them to judgment. You understand?
Yes, sir.
You have 30 days from today's date to appeal your judgment and sentence in writing. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right, sir, have a great day.
Okay, and so I understand it. Sir, so basically on my 9th court date, we've resolved that today?
Yep.
Okay, and I will be re-released today, sir?
You should be, unless you got unless there's something else holding you that I don't know about.
No, sir. And you know, Your Honor, we're working on it big time.
All right, have a good day,
I didn't
sir.
even go out Friday or Saturday. I got steaks marinated.
Yeah, go this way. Yeah,
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. Have a good day. All right, good morning, sir. Can you state your name?
I can't hear you, sir.
Can you state your name?
Ronald Feliciano Rivera,
All right, Mr. Feliciano, can you give me your date of birth?
June 20th, 1991.
All right. Sir, you've been picked up on 3 counts. The first count is attempted burglary of a dwelling. The second count is aggravated assault with a firearm. And there's a third count of aggravated assault with a firearm. Mr. Card, I read this a few times. Is there any PC for these aggravated assault with firearm charges other than he had a gun in the car?
I read through the report as well, Your Honor. I saw the mention of I mean, I guess it was just potential, and then the firearm was found later on. State would simply defer to the court regarding probable cause. And
So as the counts 2 and 3, Mr. Feliciano, with a RORU finding no PC for those charges. As the count 1, though, want to set your bond amount of $3,000. Condition of your bond is that you had to not return to this location. You have to have no contact with the people that were at this location. All right? If you have a problem with your family, like just your custody situation, you need to go down and file something with the family court.
Yes, sir.
All right?
Sir.
I'm not saying you're guilty of this,
Yes,
but
sir. Sir.
just keep you out of trouble. So
I
no
couldn't
contact with the victims.
Yes, sir.
Go down to the family court, work out the situation for time sharing.
Yes, sir.
No return to the scene.
Yes,
No-
sir. I
No
won't
weapons,
be-
no
I won't be
firearms.
violating any of these no contact orders.
Yep, no weapons, no firearms. Yes, sir.
regarding count 2 and 3, the state would ask for a 24-hour reset just as a precaution. I would like to reach out to the law enforcement officers just to see if there's additional information.
All right, I'll give you a 24-hour reset. But I'm leaving RR for now because
Sir.
that's like a big section of the report you missed. So,
Sir.
And I don't have any victims here to tell me otherwise.
Your Honor?
Yes, sir.
I couldn't understand what you said about the other 2 counts.
I'm releasing you on your own recognizance. Now, the state of
Releasing me
Florida,
on-
at some point, may ask the court to change that bond status because they have new information that I want to give them to receive. But I'm not going to hold you in the jail on those charges at this time because the court feels that if you're going to charge somebody with a crime of that serious nature, you should write something in a report or take a statement that says otherwise. That,
Thank you, Judge. I had another question, sir.
Yes, sir.
I'm very poor. I work minimum wage, and I'm paying my debts back to that family and others.
All right.
And
So when it comes to like later on, you can set a hearing. If you can't afford your $3,000 bond, then you can set a hearing in front of the division judge who's handling your case.
Yes,
sir. You can have a bond hearing. The victims can be notified, and we can have a full evidentiary hearing as to your financial reasonings and your danger to the community. Right now, I'm not equipped to do that in this courtroom.
Yes, sir.
All I have is a piece of paper in front of me that's sworn. I have you. I don't have a victim. I don't have any other information. So
Yes, sir.
I'm not in a position to change your bond status at this point, okay?
Yes, sir. I respect that.
All right.
Thank
Have a
you,
great
sir.
day, sir.
Thank you.
just passed, but Mr. Davis, Mr. Davis, the one that he had on his, NTA, notice to appear, he don't have any time, so you wanna detain him for the, you have to.
This education, go to 223.
That's it, so no time, you guys don't need nothing showing you need time for that?
He wasn't arrested.
For the NTA?
Yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't arrested.
They had a hold on him for it.
I don't know why he wasn't arrested. So,
Okay, so I'm just gonna, he won't have any time.
Okay.
So he's still gonna be with, just still wanna release him, he just paying, he pled guilty.
Okay.
That's it.
All right, gotcha.
Gotta put something on, okay.
unless someone has a different understanding what a notice to appear is, it's not an arrest. I'm sorry, Mr. Feliciano, we're not joking about another matter.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Sir, your next court date will be on demand. You're represented by the public defender's office, so keep in contact with them, and you'll be able to get maybe in front of your division judge if you can't afford your bond.
I can get a bondsman though?
Yeah, you can get a bondsman. Your bond is $3,000, and but no contact, no return, no weapons, no firearms. Understand?
Yes, sir. On the no contact, I understand. On the weapons or firearms, do I get to go store my gun away, or
No.
I just
You
sell it,
either
or
turn your weapons over to the sheriff's department within 24 hours after you're released. If you have any other firearms at your house, because if you get caught riding around with one, or somebody sees you with one, you're back in front of me on a no bond.
I can sell it, or I just have to give it up?
Take it. You can either surrender it to the sheriff's office. You can call the sheriff's office, say, "Hey, I just got released. The judge told me I can't have these guns. Can somebody go pick them up, or can I find some way to safely deliver them to you?" They'll hold them as evidence for you until this case is resolved. All right.
I think they have the
They have the gun that you.
I gave it to them. Yes.
They have that gun, but if you have other guns.
Oh no, I don't have any others.
Then, well, if you come into another gun for some reason while you're out on bond,
No way.
turn it into the sheriff's office.
So, sorry for asking so many questions. So the gun that they confiscated, is no longer mine. It belongs
to you still, but
Okay.
you're not allowed to possess it at this moment.
Oh,
so you
okay.
have an ownership right in it.
Okay, I understand.
But if the law, for some reason, like so you're convicted of this felony, then you don't have to worry about the gun belonging to you because you try to get it back, but then they'll just arrest you for possession of a firearm by convicted felon.
Yes, sir.
So if you're on felony probation, you're not allowed to possess any weapons or firearms.
Yes, sir.
So
I was just gonna sell it.
so it may be a while before you see the gun.
That's what.
All right.
I was just gonna sell it. Thank you, sir.
Have a great day.
Thank you, Judge.
All right. Johnson, you go next case.
Johnson is mental health.
All right. Ms. Lane, do you want to waive Mr. Johnson?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Johnson was picked up on 2 counts, aggravated battery, domestic violence, and criminal mischief. I found probable cause in that case. I'm going to set his bond in the amount of $3,500. That's count 1. As count 2, I'm going to stay his bond at $500. The conditions of his bond: no contact with the victim, no return to the scene, maintain separate residences, no weapons, no firearms. May return one time with law enforcement to retrieve any belongings that he has at that location. Mr. Johnson is out on 2019 CF 10866AO. He's actually out on bond. It says failure to appear here. The charge is carrying a concealed firearm. And that bond, in that case, I wanted to revoke a street and discharge his bonds in that matter. I'm going to set a new bond at none until you can get it for Judge Young to get a new bond hearing. Sorry, ma'am. Are you here for Mr. Johnson? Oh, sorry, okay. I'm sorry, I was dealing with Mr. Johnson first. All right, this is Mr. Lopez.
Yes, sir.
All right, sir, can you state your name?
My name is Keanu Lopez.
Can you give me your date of birth?
05/22/2002.
All right, ma'am, can you raise your right hand to be sworn in?
Sorry?
Can you raise your right hand to be sworn in?
Yes.
Can you raise your right
She
hand
don't
to be
understand
sworn
much
in?
English.
Does he speak English?
She doesn't understand much.
I don't speak English too much.
Let Ms. Guerrero go.
No, she understands. You will have to get closer to her, so she.
So she can hear?
No, she understands. You will have to get a little bit closer to her.
Does she speak Spanish?
Yeah, she speaks Spanish.
Okay, that's so we have interpreters for her, but
Okay.
I let my interpreter go, so I want to see if I have an interpreter that can help us. Hold on, man. I'm trying to call.
Hello, Cisco Unity
All right.
connection.
Summers Lane, future reference, if you have victims that are coming in, because I think it's your office that contacts them. That your office is the one that still contacts them, the victims that come in?
I don't believe so.
All right, so I'm gonna do this, Mr. Lopez. Since I can't talk to your victim, the victim in this case, and I can't get the right testimony that I need, I'm gonna take a really conservative approach to your case. All right, sir, you were picked up on the charge of tampering with a witness to hinder communication with law enforcement and battery domestic violence. I'm gonna stay your bond as to count one, it's $1,000. As to count two, I wanna set your bond at $500. Is he qualified?
Yes, Your Honor, he does qualify.
I'm going to place you on pretrial release supervision with no contact with the victim. You see her here? No contact.
Yes, sir.
Understand?
Yes, sir.
No contact.
Yes, sir.
No text messaging, no emailing, no writing letters in the sky, no billboards, no holding signs up in front of her yard, no carrier pigeons. Anything you can think about, imagine, you go contact, don't do it for now. All
Can I
right?
ask a question, sir?
Go ahead.
On the paper right there, it says if you want to change this no contact order, you must appear before the judge to change it in writing. I have a child with her.
I know that. So that's what. So I want to address that with you. I read that in the report, so I want to address that with you in a minute.
Okay.
That's why I finished my little speech about no.
Okay.
That's why I went to the extremes about no contact.
Okay.
Until you get in front of a judge here, a felony court judge, your division judge, and they change these status orders, and we're able to have an interpreter for her, and she can tell the court that she's not in fear of you, that she wants contact and those kind of things like that. I just don't feel comfortable having that conversation, that kind of type of conversation with her when I'm not fully sure that she understands what I'm saying.
Yes, sir.
All right, so that's why I said I'm taking a conservative approach to your case.
Okay.
So until that happens, there'll be no contact.
Yes, sir.
All right, you're represented by the public defender's office. You contact them. They'll get you in front of your division judge, where they can have an interpreter, and you can have this hearing where they can determine what type of contact is appropriate in this case. You have a child in this matter for the moment. All right?
Yes, sir.
Until you can get to the family court and have some kind of time sharing plan put in place and safeguards put in place, there's going to be no contact. If your only way to contact your child is through her, don't do it. All right?
Yes, sir.
Because that was exactly what I said. That's why I went to the extremes about anything you can imagine, the type of contact you can think about. It's going to, some way you can contact her in some kind of indirect way or direct way, we consider it contact, and you'd be back in front of me or some other judge on a no bond status. You understand?
Yes, sir.
You want order you will maintain separate residence from the victim. I will give you a one-time pickup return with law enforcement to retrieve any personal items that you need while this case is pending until you can get it resolved as to the contact. Understand?
Yes, sir.
All right. Your next court date will be on demand. What's on there? You got it. This one. Yeah.
Last name?
I'll sign it. Yeah, no weapons, no firearms. Apologize.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I'll sign this. No contact.
Excuse me.
Yeah, as you guys kind of
Excuse me.
no contact orders. Don't let them pile up. I'll sign as I'm talking.
Excuse me.
Your Honor.
Yes, ma'am.
I can't really hear you,
I
but
know.
that's what I'm here. I was trying to say when I called the police, it
Yeah.
was because I really want him to go to leave the property. I don't want him to get arrested.
Okay.
We've been 3 years together, and
All right.
that's what I'm trying. I want contact with him.
Yeah. So, ma'am, as I said, I feel uncomfortable having that conversation with you because when I was trying to talk to you earlier, it seemed like you're not understanding what I was saying. And that's a very important conversation I need to have with you because it involves your constitutional rights. So I want to make sure that I have an interpreter. I let my interpreter go because I didn't know you were coming. So I had a Spanish interpreter here, but they left because I didn't know you were going to be here. So I need for him to come in front of the judge that he's going to be assigned to, and that way you can address that case with him, with an interpreter, and have a full conversation with him about what's going to be the type of contact that's appropriate in this case. Okay? So it's going to be maybe a few weeks, but we're going to do that for this right now, and so we can get you in front of the division judge. He's represented by the public defender's office. His attorney, I'm quite sure, will be reaching out to you. And at that point, you can have a conversation with them. They can schedule a hearing, and that way we can get your case resolved, we can get the case moving in that direction, okay?
Okay, and he gonna still arrested until that day, or he?
No,
will be-
I gave him a bond in an amount of 1,000 on count 1 and 500 as a count 2. So his total bond is $1,500. Okay?
Okay.
Have a great day, ma'am. Yes. Yes, ma'am. All right. Ms. Lane, you want to waive his appearance?
Yes, and we'll also waive the reading of the charges.
All right. Mr. Olaby was picked up last night on 2 charges. Familiar with this case. I signed an emergency warrant in it last night as well. I want to keep his bonds set at none at this point until he can get in front of the division judge. No contact with the victim. All right. Sir, can you state your name?
Richard Robertson,
All right, Mr. Robertson, can you give me a date of birth?
2/21/66.
All right, sir, you are here on 2 cases. Both of them are the same charges. Count 1 in both cases are aggravated assault with a firearm, domestic violence. Count 2 is domestic violence battery in both cases. I want to set your bonds in both cases the same, at $3,500 as a count 1 and $500 as a count 2. I want to order conditions of your bond that
Yes, sir.
you have no contact with the victims in this case, that you do not return to the residence, that you maintain a separate residence from the victims. I want to order that you possess no illegal narcotics or other prescriptions that you don't have a valid prescription for. I'm going to order that you not possess any alcoholic beverages, and you do not go to places where alcohol is normally sold. That means no bars, no liquor stores. You can go to Publix, go to Olive Garden, places like that, but no places like, where liquor is, ABC Liquor and places like that.
Yes, sir.
I will order that you possess no weapons or firearms in this case, these 2 cases.
Nope.
All right. If there's some time later, if your bonds need to be adjusted or release conditions, you can appear in front of your division judge to make that happen. All right. The next court date will be on demand.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Have a great day.
Your Honor, Eric Allen, refused.
All right. Ms. Lane, do you want to waive Mr. Allen's appearance?
Can we have this reset?
All right. You'll reset him for tomorrow.
Your Honor, it appears we may have a victim. I don't know if it's for
All
this
right.
case.
Are you here for Mr. Allen?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Allen refused to join us.
Okay.
So I want to reset him for tomorrow.
Okay.
And you'll get some information. Hopefully, I don't know what time does Judge Carter and Judge Wish start.
9.
I think they start at 9.
It started at 9 o'clock, right?
Yeah.
I don't know when they get to the DV cases usually. All right, so court with Judge Wish or Judge Carter will be sitting here, not me.
Okay.
And that'll be at 9 a.m. tomorrow.
Okay.
So, but Mr. Allen refused to join us this morning, so we'll see him tomorrow. Hopefully
Okay,
he'll be
thank
in a
you, Your
better
Honor.
position.
Thank you.
All right. Ma'am, can you state your name? Step forward a little bit this way. There we go. Say your name.
Lisbeth Barajas,
All right, ma'am. Can you give me a date of birth?
11/11/1995.
All right, ma'am, you are here on a charge of domestic violence battery. I found probable cause for your arrest in that case. I want to set your bond in that matter in an amount of $500. I want to have you supervised through the pretrial release program. I'm going to order that you have no contact with the victim in this case, that you maintain a separate residence, that you not return to the residence. You may return one time with law enforcement to retrieve any personal items that you have at the residence. You are not to possess any weapons or firearms. You understand?
Yes, sir.
All right. Have a great day, ma'am. Your next court date should probably be provided to you when you bond out. Let's put your cases together here. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Did I put these together or were they already together? All right. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Oh, no. 2 different pages. That's what it is. Yeah, that's all. I have Robin Perry, and I have Tara Perry. Tara. All right, there's Robin, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We got two different Perrys. Got that? Yeah. All right, man, can you state your name?
Robin Perry,
Can you give me your date of birth?
5/17/92.
All right. Ma'am, you've been arrested on charge of battery domestic violence. I found probable cause for your arrest in that matter. I'm going to set your bond amount of $500 with pretrial release conditions. Release you through the pretrial release program. I'm going to order to have no contact with the victim in this case. I'm going to order that you do not possess any weapons or firearms, that you maintain a separate residence from the victim. They listen. Which one is this? I gotta remember. You may return one time with law enforcement to retrieve any personal items that you have at the residence while you're out on bond. All right. You have a child with this person, correct? The
Yes.
victim in this case?
Mm-hmm.
Does the child live with you? Or,
Yeah.
All right. Does he live with you?
Who?
The victim.
We live together. Yeah.
All right, you live together? All right.
Yeah.
So for now, until you can get in front of either a family court judge or the felony division judge, Mr. Judge Shoemaker, or that you have no contact. All right? So
With
there's
who?
no contact with him.
Okay.
You can't live together.
Okay.
You can't go back to the house right now.
Mm-hmm.
All right? So if there's somebody, like a grandparent or somebody that can go pick up the baby and stuff like that and take them to somewhere else, and you guys work out some deal like that, that'd probably be okay. But I will say the safe thing to do is to do nothing and to have no contact until you're actually able to talk to the judge that's assigned to your case, which is Judge Shoemaker, and what type of release conditions exactly are appropriate, okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right, the public defender's office is appointed to represent you. So if you need to change those release conditions, then you need to go speak with your public defender and get you in front of Judge Shoemaker to make that happen. Okay?
Okay.
All right, have a great day, ma'am.
Thank you.
I can sign and talk. Yep. All right, man. Huh? Yeah, exactly. Now we have Judge McGinnis. His signature is like a circle or something. All right, sorry, Ms. Perry. Good morning.
Good morning.
Can you state your name?
Tyra Perry,
Can you give me a date of birth?
8/12/01.
All right. Madam Clerk is making fun of my signature up here.
Oh, say it again.
Madam Clerk is making fun of my signature up here. All right, ma'am, you are here on a charge of battery domestic violence.
Yes, sir.
I did review the charging affidavit in this case. I find there's probable cause for your arrest. I am going to set your bond amount of $500 with pretrial release conditions, that you have no contact. Oh, sorry. Hello. See, I get focused. I apologize. Sir, can you raise your right hand this morning? Please.
Ma'am? Yes, ma'am. You solemnly swear affirm the testimony shall give you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
State your name for the record.
Jalen Bristol.
All right. Mr. Bristol, how do you know Ms. Perry?
She's my girlfriend. I want contact. It was just a misunderstanding.
So I want to see a lot of people just come in here, they come to court and they say, I want contact. They don't really know what that means, all right? And what my order is actually going to say, all right? So are you in fear of Ms. Perry?
No, sir.
All right. Are you in fear that something like this is going to happen again?
No, sir.
Has something like this happened in the past?
No, sir.
If something like this were to happen again, what would you do?
Just walk away.
All right. See, that's the problem. All right. So a lot of people jump in here. So I'm going to see if you want to have contact with Ms. Perry, I'm going to order that she has no hostile contact with you. All right. So you walking away is not gonna stop her from getting arrested, okay?
Yes, sir.
You understand? Because if you guys have this big blow up argument, and you guys, you know, and, like people see it or neighbors see it, and somebody else happens at Publix or in the Walmart parking lot or somewhere else, and somebody else calls the police, you can walk away. She's still going to jail. You understand?
Yes, sir.
All right. So you understand what I mean by no hostile contact?
Yes, sir.
All right. So everybody has disagreements, right?
Say it again?
Everybody disagrees, right? They have arguments.
Yes.
Everybody doesn't have the same view on everything.
That's true.
The key to this, if I order no hostile contact, is that you disagree peacefully.
Yes, sir.
All right. Our whole advocacy system, this whole courtroom is set up at the idea that two parties can disagree about something, but we can do it civilly. All right.
Okay.
So that means no yelling, definitely no contact. All right.
Okay, that's no problem.
Loud, it's like try to speak to each other. As Jesus would speak to you. All right.
Okay.
As your grandmother would speak to you. All right. I order that you release to the pretrial release program. I order no hostile contact. All right. So you
Okay.
understand what that means?
Yes, no contact.
No hostile contact.
No hostile contact. Okay.
All right. Allow
Okay.
you to have. Jay's telling me he wants to have contact with you. Do you want to have contact with him? Is the next question.
Yes.
All right. So you guys want to have contact with each other. It has to be not hostile.
Okay, that's fine.
All right. So
Thank
peaceful.
you.
Peaceful disagreements.
Okay.
He doesn't take out the trash. He doesn't put the dishes away or something. Peaceful.
That
Understand?
means I can go do it just to get away.
Yeah, that maybe. So you maybe have to do that too. Walk away. Take a break.
Okay.
Take a walk. No weapons, no firearms. All right, just a precaution, but no hostile contact. All right. So you're
Okay.
able to go back home. You're able to have contact.
Okay. Thank you.
Have a good day, sir. Have a good day, ma'am.
Thank you.
Can you say your name, ma'am?
Renee Wilkinson,
All right, Ms. Wilkinson. Can you give me your date of birth?
10/4/1982.
All right, ma'am, you are here you're arrested for 2 counts. The first count is violation of a conditional release order. And the second count is assault, domestic violence. And count 1, I'm going to set your bond amount of $500. As to count 2, I'm going to set your bond amount of $500. I'm going to order. Oh, sir, you raise your right hand.
You solemnly swear affirm the testimony shall give you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
He probably got to turn his mic towards you.
I can barely hear it.
Yeah, that's why I was asking you guys to turn this microphone here. That's why I told her to turn it towards
Do you solemnly swear affirm the testimony shall give be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
State your name for the record.
Chad William Parks.
Doris, how do you know Ms. Wilkinson?
I've been with her for right at 17 years, Your Honor.
All right. And what do you want to tell me about the release conditions as to Ms. Wilkinson?
I was in here last week for no hostile contact. So when I spoke to her after she got out of jail, I was going to go ahead and move my belongings and the kids to a better environment. She knew about that. Ever since, all she's done is blast me on Facebook, talk to all of her friends and family, and turned everybody against me. I'm just trying to do right by my kids and get them out of a situation that you shouldn't be in.
Okay.
I've told her many a times, look, if you're going to come over here, I need to know about it because there's no hostile contact. And every time we're together, she's always arguing.
All right. Well, sometimes things are water and oil, so the court's gonna help you a lot with that.
And that's not to mention, I've been getting death threats now from her, and her directly has called me and told me that she said if I was on the property, she was going to shoot me.
All right. Well, we're gonna end that for a little while right now until you get in front of Judge Shoemaker. So right now, in the new case, I'm gonna set bond at $500 at count 1, $500 at count 2, making a condition of your bond that you have no contact with the victim in this case. Do not have a shared residence. Do not return to the residence. I'm not even gonna give you a pickup order because I don't trust you to go there. And you were out on bond in 2020 MM 6294AO. In that case, I'm going to revoke a street and discharge your bonds in that matter. I'm gonna set your new bond at none until you can get in front of Judge Shoemaker to have a full evidentiary hearing.
I don't understand that.
And no weapons, no firearms. Yes, I'm sorry.
I have no. Am I allowed to speak, sir?
I'm going to suggest you don't. Because not a lot of things people can tell me when...
I have no weapons. I have not threatened him.
I'm not
like
talking about
that.
the weapons or firearms. See, you were in here a moment ago, and I tried to explain to people what the dangers of no hostile contact are.
I was not hostile with him.
That's
His
there's very
brother-
broad definitions of that.
His brother had called him to the house where I was at yesterday. I had called for standby yesterday.
Right now, you're not going to help yourself.
So how long am I in here for? Ma'am. How long am I in here for? How long am I in here for?
All right. Have a great day, ma'am.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, sir. Thank you. So you understand what happened?
Yes, sir, I do.
All right. All right, have a great day,
I'm just
sir.
trying to get my kids in a better situation.
I understand.
Thank
Have
you.
a great day. All right. Ms. Wilson's trying to leave before talking to me. All right, can you say your name, ma'am?
Hello, my name is Sky Wilson,
All right, ma'am, can you give me your date of birth?
9/6/1999.
All right, ma'am, you're all right, you got a...
Raise your hand. I'm
Go
sorry.
ahead.
I should have told him. I'm sorry. Do you solemnly swear affirm the testimony shall give be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
State your name for the record.
Dekai Rosado.
Can you say your name again?
Dekai Rosado.
All right, Mr. Rosado, how do you know Miss Wilson?
It's my girlfriend. We've been together for
All right,
approximately
you gotta
10,
slow
11
down,
months.
speak into the microphone.
Yeah, that's my girlfriend. We've been together for approximately 11 months.
All right. All right, and what do you want to tell me about her release conditions that you'd like to see?
I want contact. Everything
want
was
contact.
a totally misunderstanding. And
All right, hold on. Before we get to the misunderstanding part, I don't know if can you hear me out there in the gallery?
Very well.
All right, so you heard my spiel about no hostile contact, right?
Yes.
All right, and you understand what that means?
Yes.
All right, are you in fear of Miss Wilson?
Not at all.
Are you in fear that something like this is going to happen again?
No.
All right. If something were to happen like this again, what would you do?
I would move away. I wouldn't engage
hear
into
you.
it. I wouldn't engage into it.
All right. Mr. Carr, do you have any inquiry as to Mr. Rosario?
Just to clarify, are you in fear of the defendant at this time?
Not at all.
Okay, no further questions, Your Honor.
All right, so Ms. Wilson,
Yes.
I'm going to set your bond in this case in an amount of $500. I want order pretrial release conditions that you have no hostile contact with your boyfriend. All right?
Yes.
So you weren't in here for my spill. That's why I wanted to, I can shorten it up in a little bit. Is that no loud arguments? Definitely nothing physical. If something is getting to the point where you guys can't agree, well, just take a walk.
Yes.
Because I'm going to say like this. If somebody sees you having this violent argument and they call the police, even though you may not actually gotten physical, and it was this misunderstanding that I always hear about, all right,
Yes.
that you're going to get arrested when the police show up. You're going to go to
Understood.
jail. You're going to sit on a no bond status for this
Understood.
misunderstanding, okay?
Yes.
All right. Your next court date with Judge Shoemaker or wherever the arraignment judge is will be provided to you. And no weapons, no firearms.
500 plus pre-time release.
Yeah. This $500 bond plus pretrial release, no hostile contact, no weapons, no firearms.
Yes.
Okay?
Understood.
All right, everybody have a great day.
Oh, it's up to you. Whatever you want to do, I'm good.
I'll keep going for a minute here. Sir, can you give your name?
My name is Jose. Good morning, first, everyone. My name is Jose Bautista Acosta.
All right, Mr. Acosta. Can you give me your date of birth?
February 28, 91.
All right. Sir, you're here on a charge of attempted burglary. I did review the affidavit in this case. I find it's probable cause.
Sorry, sir. I can't hear you.
I'm sorry. All right. You're here on a charge of attempted burglary of a structure. I reviewed the affidavit. I found there's probable cause for your arrest in that matter. Does he qualify?
He currently didn't because he stated that he was going to return to the Dominican Republic. But if you want to put him on pretrial release, you can, Your Honor.
When you plan to go back to the Dominican Republic?
Because I don't
No,
got
don't tell me why. Tell me when you're going to be planning to go.
I don't got opportunities to support my son, American son, right here. Maybe I support him from there.
All right. So for right now, since the court's concerned that you may...
I don't want that. I want to support my son.
That you may be leaving the jurisdiction of the court. The court is going to stay your bond at $1,000 in order that you do not return to the scene of the location of where the incident happened as part of your bond conditions, that you have no contact with the victim or the witnesses in this case. Okay?
You don't have somebody translate me because my English is not good.
All right. So I can set your bond at $1,000 today and tell you that you're not supposed to go back to where this happened. Or I can reset you to tomorrow, leave you in jail.
I don't got no...
For,
Can I take the word, sir?
say again?
Can I take a couple times? For talk, explain. I don't got no family right here. I come from Jersey City.
All right.
Try to support my son. I don't have family. I don't have nobody.
I'll reset you tomorrow. We'll mark you down for a Spanish interpreter.
Thank you, sir. Have a beautiful night with your family.
All right. You
and
too.
God
Have
bless
a great
you.
day.
So we can leave that, I'm sorry.
You said it tomorrow. You saying you don't understand.
So the condition
I don't have any interpreters.
So put the condition on.
I mean, you can do one if the judge they want to agree with my conditions, but I'll just leave it on. I mean, I'll use something for tomorrow, but people honest.
Okay. Reset that Spanish interpreter.
All right. Good afternoon now.
Good afternoon.
Can you state your name?
LaFrance Doherty,
All right. Can you give me your date of birth?
11/14/92.
Ma'am, you're here on a charge of driver license suspended as a habitual traffic offender. I reviewed the charging affidavit in this case. I will stay your bond in the amount of $2,500. You are out on bond in 2019 CF 9625AO. The court in this case is going to revoke a street and discharge your bonds. Set your new bond at none until you can get in front of your division judge to have a bond hearing. All right. All right, ma'am. Have a great day.
Your Honor, Christopher Daring of mental health.
All right. Ms. Lane, do you want to waive Mr. Daring's appearance today?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Daring was picked up on a, no. Yep. Was picked up on a warrant for burglary of a conveyance and petty theft for 2 prior theft convictions. I want to state the bonds as set by the judge. He signed the warrant at $3,500 as to count 1 and $1,000 as to count 2. And also, conditions of the bond set in the warrant was that he was not to return to the location and had no contact with the victim. It's just like it was in the warrant. Yeah. All right, ma'am, can you state your name?
Andrea Ferguson,
All right, can you give me your date of birth?
2875.
Ma'am, you are here on a charge of possession of cocaine and possession of drug paraphernalia. I reviewed the charge in your affidavit.
I can't hear
find
you.
there is probable cause for your arrest in this case. I'm going to release you on your own recognizance as to this matter. Actually,
I can't.
wait, do you have an address, ma'am?
No.
An address you can get mail for? Nowhere?
I live on the streets.
And she doesn't qualify, right? All right, that's what I'll do, because my concern is that the court's not gonna be able to get back a hold of you. I'm gonna set your bond and count 1 is the $100 and it's to count 2 $100. All right? Your bond is $200. Your bond, $200. Okay? Have a good day, man. Can you state your name, ma'am?
Shakia Gardner. I was picked up on one.
Hold on, 1 second.
Sorry.
Can you give me your date of birth?
10/21/74.
All right, ma'am, you were picked up on 3 charges on a warrant in this case. First charge is burglary of a dwelling. Second charge is dealing in stolen property. And the third charge is petty theft with 2 prior theft convictions. As to count 1, I'm going to set bond amount of $5,000. As to count 2, I'm going to set bond amount of $1,000. As to count 3, you're going to set bond amount of $500. I want to make a condition of your bond that you do not return to the location, do not return to the pawn shop, do not return to have no contact with the victim in this case. You are out on bond in 2020 MM 3121 AO. You are out on bond in 2020 CF 9104 AO. You are out on bond in 2020 CF 6652 AO. And you're also out on bond on 2020 CF 5615 AO. You're out on bond in 2018 CF 15251 AO. And 2019.
Your Honor, may I say something?
2018 or 2019?
2019.
No,
And
I'm
you,
sorry, I said 2019.
and Your Honor,
Okay, 2019 CF 15251 AO.
Your Honor, in regards to her out on bond cases, the bondsman's already came off her bonds, just to let you know.
No, I talked to her this morning, the one, Baron. She gonna rewrite my bonds because the charges they came on while I was already out, and it's nothing occurred while I was out on bond, but she said she will rewrite my bonds. Bobby did the one bond he came off, but she said she will rewrite all my bonds over because I didn't do any, new crimes while I was out on bond.
When was the last time she bonded?
I just bonded 10 days ago, and the warrants came on me. Last month, Actually, I'm with Baron. I'm bonded out with Baron. And the officer said the warrants was issued somewhere this month, and it happened last month.
She bonded on August the 21st of 2020.
Exactly.
Well, unfortunately for you, ma'am, this alleged event happened on August 23rd of 2020.
They charged me with the burglary that I was not present, Your Honor, and they saying I'm sorry.
I'm telling you what they charged with.
Yeah,
So that's why. And I want to, as these other cases that are out on bond, the court is going to revoke, restrict, and discharge your bonds. I'll set your bond at none in those cases until you can get in front of a judge and have an evidentiary hearing as to what type of release conditions are appropriate in your case.
So I can't, so the bonds that I'm already out on with Baron, I can't be reinstated, I can't.
No, ma'am.
So my bonds revoked, I can't get out, period?
No, ma'am. Not until you get in front of your judge. Because according to that, the last time when you were out on bond was the 21st.
Right, I got out on the
According to the warrant that was signed, that happened on the 23rd. So that means you were out on bond when it happened. I'm just going to tell you what the law says. The law says the judge, on his own order or by motion of either party, shall, like it says may, but the court simply interpreted as shall, revoke the bonds. Somebody where probable cause has been found, they committed a new law offense while they're out on bond. So, since that is the law, I'm going to follow that law. And right until you can get in front of a division judge and they can address your bond conditions in that case.
So what I'm saying is, Your Honor, on you saying probable cause, they saying that I burgled and dealing in stolen property pawn shops and nothing that in the report that you have from an affidavit saying that Shaquille Gardner, burglarized such and such, that's what I'm saying, that's probable cause for my bonds to be revoked when...
Yes, ma'am. Based on the warrant the judge signed. So, as I said, you can have this conversation. The public affairs office is appointed to represent you. You have a conversation with your division judge, and they can take action as to your bonds.
So by my bond being revoked...
wants to get back on the bonds, they can write to the court saying they want to get back on the bonds. But right now, the bonds are going to be revoked and discharged at this point.
So even my bonds revoked, she couldn't come back and...
She can write a letter to the court saying she wants to stay on the bond. But right now, that's not going to happen today. So until you get in front of your other judge. All right, sir, can you state your name?
Jeff and Reese May.
Say your last name again?
Henry Reese May.
That's kind of smushed up names. All right, sir, you were picked up on, let me break this up so we can have a quick conversation. All right. You were picked up on a charge of 2 counts of fraud, simultaneous driver's license, 1 count of fraud of personal use identification of another without the consent, and another count of personal identification of a person with a fictitious driver ID.
The state trooper said.
Hold on. That's it.
I'm sorry.
It's not a trial court. I was going to set bond conditions. We got trials for disputes about what happened and those kind of things like that. We got juries to handle that. Today, we're not handling that. So if you want to talk to me about your case, most likely you think you're going to be helping yourself, probably going to be hurting yourself. You got this guy over here with the Superman haircut. He works for the state of Florida. He's going to write down everything you're saying, and plus what you're saying is being recorded by a court reporter and on downtown, okay? So let's listen to him for a second. All right, sir, on set bond in count 1, the amount of $2,500. As a count 2, we're going to set bond amount of $150. As a count 3, we're going to set bond amount of $2,500. As a count 4, we're going to set bond amount of $150. And you were also picked up for operating a vehicle with no valid driver's license. I'm going to set bond amount of $700 in that case. In 2020, CF 5411 AO, you were out on bond for a trafficking case. In that case, I'm going to revoke a street and discharge your bonds in that matter. I want to set a new bond at none until you can get in front of your division judge to address your bond release status.
What does that mean?
That means you're not getting out today. You guys go talk to your division judge that's handling your trafficking case before you can get out.
But that case hasn't been picked up yet.
It's still out. You're still out on bond for it. So you're represented by the public defender's office. You can speak to your public defender about getting your bond hearing in front of your judge.
On the out on bond case, you got David Bigney.
Oh, so David Bigney is your attorney for?
Say that again.
David Bigney is your attorney for your trafficking case?
Yeah.
All right, so give him a call on the phone, on the attorney phone. Tell him what's going on. Tell him you're in custody. The judge revoked your bonds, and he'll get you in front of your division judge, and maybe that's important to your division judge, the fact they haven't filed on it yet. Okay?
Jackson is mental health.
All right. All right, Ms. Lane, do you want to waive Mr. Jackson's appearance?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Jackson was picked up on a charge of criminal mischief. The state's bond at $500 in order that he have no contact with the victim, does not return to the scene of the location. He was also picked up on a charge of petty theft with 2 prior theft convictions. On state's bond at $1,000, no contact, no return.
Reginald Mansfield bonded.
All right, Mansfield's out of here. And you have, all right. Man, can you say your name?
Shamira Matthew.
Ms. Matthews, you are here you picked up on a charge of driving license suspended as a habitual traffic offender. I want to set your bond in that matter at $250. Actually, just qualify for pretrial release.
Yes, Your Honor, she does.
All right, I want to order a straight pretrial release in your case. Don't drive, please. I saw your driving record.
Yeah.
Uber, I'm just telling you, to help yourself.
Yeah.
Because you get into a real accident,
Right.
somebody gets really hurt,
Right.
you'll be facing a felony.
Right.
And somebody's going to put you in prison, not because you actually intended to hurt somebody, but because you didn't have a license when you did.
Right.
So that seems a little crazy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
I do have a question. I have a question because it says habitual traffic offender. I've never been arrested for traffic violation.
Habitual traffic offender means that I saw your driving record. Looks like you have, this is at least your 3rd, maybe 4th driver license suspended case. And if you get 3 of the qualifying offenses, DUIs, Willis's, driver license suspended, some other charges for like fleeing and attempt to elude, you get 3 of those in a 5-year time frame, they're gonna suspend your license for 5 years.
Okay.
So that's exactly what habitual traffic offender means.
Okay.
So that's what's then, I looked at your driver record, that's what your current status is.
Okay.
So don't talk anymore about your facts of your case. Just, I'll put you on pretrial release.
Okay.
Not to drive. Your order is not to drive.
Okay.
Ma'am, can you state your name?
Topanga Moore.
Can you give me your date of birth?
February 4, 2000.
Ma'am, you're here on charge of possession of methamphetamine. All right. Are you still living at 830 Lee Road?
Yes.
Is that apartment 323 or is that a lot number?
It's a hotel.
It's a hotel. You still in that room?
What?
You're staying in that room.
Yes.
Do you get mail there?
No.
Where do you get mail?
My old address, my uncle's house.
Your uncle's house?
Mhm.
Is your uncle gonna keep your mail for you?
Yes.
All right. I need you to fill out a change of address. All right.
Okay.
Before I want to release you on your own recognizance. Before that happens, you need to fill out a change of address. Put your uncle's address down, because when the court does, when the state picks up your case, and they try to send this notice to they send it to the hotel. Usually at the hotels, the guy in the front gets the mail and he goes chucks it, right? That's what happens, right?
Yeah.
But when he chucks it, you're gonna be responsible for having received that notice, and the judge's gonna issue a warrant for your arrest. I did had to print one off for Odyssey yesterday.
Oh, we did? Oh,
Yeah.
okay, let me see.
I thought you were doing that while I
Oh,
was. That's why was taking so
I
long.
was looking for that.
That's why I was taking
we
so
always,
long.
we always had copies, so that's why I was like, we gotta change it.
All right, I was trying to get a conversation with you while Madam Clerk was gonna print this change of address
Okay,
form for
give
me.
me right
but
there.
I'm gonna have to hold on for a moment.
I'm sorry, this is me. I'm in courtroom 3. Let's see, change. They change.
All right, so when your uncle gets the notice, you gotta somehow go by over there. I don't know when you check in with them. Is it weekly, monthly? I would say probably every 2 weeks right now. Make sure that you
I see him every day, so.
All right, so make sure that you get your mail. That way you know when the court has noticed you to appear for arraignment. There you go.
What is that?
Yeah, they had to change something. Sorry, something.
Okay,
Edited
I
something.
didn't know that's what. New to me. Okay.
Do you know the address by heart?
Yeah.
Can you put it on the record for me?
7216 Gatehead Circle.
7216 Gate, G-A-T-E?
Gates Head as one word.
G-A-T-E-S?
Yeah, she said Gates.
Okay, yes.
Yes, circle.
Okay. So I got 7216.
Yeah, but I don't know.
7216 Gates Head Circle.
Your Honor, I'm having her write it down.
All right. She's writing it down. I think she has to sign this, that's why.
It's 32 Orlando. 32.
What's the zip? Is it on it?
Oh, and it's apartment number 4.
Apartment
That's
number
the,
4.
yeah.
Important.
Does she know the zip code?
32, what is it?
328
816?
816. Apartment 4.
It says Alicia Park, 32822. Sound right?
I don't know the zip code.
Is it
by
Orlando?
heart. Yeah.
So 328 22? Oh, that's on the east side.
Apartment 4.
Yes, I got apartment 4. Gates Head Circle. Let me go to this. Oh, this side. Ooh. Outside. What the inmate sign? Deposit. I don't know. I don't know. I've seen it like this, but I guess.
She's got sign.
What she signed?
That's the address to the apartment
Yeah.
complex. I don't.
Her name go right here.
Not by her.
Is right here. That's right here. Maybe this her name. I got the wrong name on there. Oh no, that's her name. Okay. I'm sorry, Dad. This is new to me. I ain't never been on there. Don't you? We always have one.
All right, so we're gonna release your RR. Make sure you respond when the court sends you your notice, okay?
Okay.
Is there another sign?
No. It's just her notifying the clerk to change your address. All right, sir, state your name.
Opetis Gerard, sir.
All right. Can you give me a date of birth?
11280.
All right, sir, you were picked up on a charge of possession of ammunition by a convicted felon, resisting an officer without violence, and disorderly conduct. I'm going to state your bond as count 1 is $5,000. As to count 2, I'm going to state your bond amount of $100. As to count 3, I'm going to state your bond as to $100. You are out on bond in case 2020 CF 7331 AO. In that case, the court is going to revoke a street and discharge your bonds as to that case, and set your new bond at none until you get in front of your division judge to have a bond hearing. All right. Have a great day, sir. All right, sir, can you state your name?
Resident Torn Thomas.
All right, can you give me a date of birth?
031791992.
All right, sir, you are here on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 charges. First charge is battery on a law enforcement officer. Second charge is battery on law enforcement officers. Counts 3 and 4 is resisting officer without violence. With violence, I'm sorry. And then count 5 was fleeing attempted elude with licensed sirens, and another count of battery on a law enforcement officer. As to count 1, I'm going to set your bond in the amount of $2,500. As to count 2, I want to set your bond in the amount of $150. As to count 3, I want to set your bond in the amount of $2,000. As to count 4, I'm going to set your bond in the amount of $150. As to the fleeing and looting charge, I'm going to set your bond amount of $5,000. As to count 6, I'm going to set your bond amount of $150. You were out on bond in 2020 CF 5162 AO, and in that case, I'm going to revoke a street and discharge your bonds in that matter until you can get in front of your division judge to have a bond hearing. I want to set your bond at none in that matter.
Yes, sir.
All right, have a great day, sir. Can you state your name, sir?
Jordan Trent.
Did Mr. Troller bond? At TOLLER? I have inmate number 200196637.
He bonded.
All right, you bonded. All right. All right, Mr. Trent, can you give me your date of birth?
April 22nd, 1993.
All right, sir, you are here on 3 matters. The first count is possession of methamphetamine, and the second one is possession of drug paraphernalia, and then the third is trespass after warning. The first count, I'm going to set bond in the amount of $500. As the counts 2 and 3, I'm going to set the bond, stated bonds in the amount of $100. You are out on bond in 2020 CF 1034 AO. In that matter, want to revoke or street and discharge your bond until you can get in front of your division judge to have, well, set your bond, a new bond at none until you can get in front of your division judge to have a bond hearing.
RR was a bond?
Nope, I'm giving you, were out on ROR.
Right.
The new allegations are very similar in nature to the case you were out on ROR for. The court is going to revoke or street and discharge your bonds, or your ROR status, and set a new bond in your case at none until you can get in front of your division judge to have a bond hearing. And they can set some type of new release conditions that they find appropriate.
You don't know when in the division?
You are represented by the public defender's office. You can speak to your public defender. Nope. I want to appoint, if the PD is not appointed in your 2020 CF 10348 case, I'm going to appoint them to represent you. I'm also going to appoint them to represent you in the case you're arrested for today. So you have the public defender on both cases. And you just speak to your public defender, and they can get you in front of the judge to have a bond hearing. All right, have a great day, sir. All right, yeah, I'm gonna take a break now. What time you guys, 10, 15 minutes? What are you gonna think? I'll take 15 so I can stretch my back. And I'll be back at 12:50.
Inmate record, they paperwork. Now, if I ain't got mistakes, they need to email me and let me know now.
So in case he comes back, just let him,
Oh,
just to let
okay.
you know.
It's like, no, the state left for the day.
Thanks.
for robbery, burglary. Oh, okay.
Oh, thank you. I got it off Etsy. Yeah. No, but it's like really thin. I don't remember. But I think if you look up like boat shaped map, boat shaped, like, yeah.
How many we got left? I want to learn how to sign. I want to learn too. I want to learn sign. I love sign. How many old people? Oh, yeah. That's good. We're going to be out of here. They know. It's been all the time. What's going on with your phone? That's okay. We ain't started yet. What's up? No, what's going on? Mm-hmm. Okay. Let me get out of court. I'll be out of here in about 50. Okay. 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 All right, baby. Okay. Well, let me get into it back. I'll talk to you later. Okay. Okay, bye. Yeah, someone just called my phone. Yes. Oh. Yes, my last name is McQueen. Dolores is my middle name. So I was like, well, you know my middle name, but okay. Yes. Okay. Okay. Okay then. All right. Thank you. Damn, they just took my $75. Why?
All right, be seated. Escobar bond. Say it.
We're pulling right now for you.
Okay.
Did you bring my orders?
I gave you all the orders. I gave all the orders to her. But you can. I stamped them all this morning.
Okay.
Yeah, I gave them.
Yeah, you probably did. Let me see. What did I do? Maybe look.
So I gave her all the orders this morning. I just kept the last little bit of affidavits. Speaking to her office.
Again? No, because I just kept them all together. And she gone.
Did everybody leave early today? Yes.
And you wouldn't have separated her. We just did. I see over. What is his name on your own?
I have Escobar.
Escobar. I'm so sorry,
Now,
y'all.
bring them out. Put her here. She said she can't
I
find out.
don't have them. I don't
My
have the
orders here.
I got the key. Guess I was wondering, where
Yeah, those
was my
ones you already
orders?
did.
Where was my orders? I didn't even look. I only had all the felonies.
Looking at that since you were all sitting.
Yeah, I ran back there right quick. I mean, you wouldn't have separated them.
Oh, yeah, I thought I had. Went through,
Signed them
stamped them
out?
all, gave her Osceola, and I gave her all the orders. When
I got Osceola. Because I'm like, when I got finished with the felony, I'm like, oh, that's it. Maybe he's going to bring the orders. Let me run and look at quick, y'all. I'm so sorry.
Her? I can speak to her.
for this.
Oh, no way.
And then so you have to stamp them.
Oh.
Then I sign. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Give it to me. You want to stand? Well, all right.
Hey,
Well,
hey.
huh?
We can do that, yeah. Let's get out of here.
I think you got to point with these black boxes. Black box on the wall, usually those things are line of sight. Can you hear me, Miss Escobar?
Here, Judge.
Can you hear me? Could you hear me through the headset?
He wants you to put those back. Put them back on.
Can you hear me? Can somebody take the thing and see, are they still doing a line of sight on these boxes on the wall?
I don't think so.
They used to, back in the day. I don't know, that's what I'm saying, back in the day. It was,
Yeah, I turned it up.
it seemed not to be working. Day two it is. Is this other one on the wall working?
You hear me? No. What about this other one?
There's another one on the wall. Is that one working? Is that one battery dead?
Leave the battery, yeah.
We need to charge that.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Escobar. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you far away.
All right. Sir, you're here on a failure to appear warrant. Your bond is $250. I'm going to leave it at $250. Your bond is $250. 250.
I can hear you.
He said your bond is $250.
You understand?
You understand?
Huh?
Do you understand what he said?
Yeah.
He said your bond is $250.
All right. You're gonna leave it 250 until you can get in front of your judge to have it changed.
He said until you get in front of your judge and have it changed, if you want to get a lower bond.
All right.
He's-
Have a good day,
he's not my
sir.
judge?
No,
Oh.
he's just the judge for today.
Okay.
All right. Have a good day.
Okay, take it off. You're
See?
done. That's it. This way, this way.
Can you say your name, ma'am?
Stacy Santillana.
Ma'am, you're here on a charge, you're here for a failure to appear bond warrant. I'm sorry, your bond in this case is $2,000. It's going to remain at $2,000 till you get in front of your judge that sets your bond.
2,000.
Yeah, $2,000.
It can't be lower than that. I had, can I talk? If that's fine. My court date, I had missed it because I had.
Wait. You're represented by Public Defender's Office. You don't want to tell me about your case and why you missed your court date. I'm not the judge that issued the warrant. The law says if a judge issued a capias, the IA judge, even though a lot of people don't follow this law, is not supposed to change the bond that she shall not change the bond without that judge's approval. The judge did not give me express approval on the warrant, so I'm going to remain your bond at $2,000 until you can get in front of your division judge that's handling your case, and they can lower the bond for you if they deem it necessary.
Okay.
Okay? All right. All right, all these next people bonded, I'm quite sure.
Derek Mitchell,
Mitchell. He refused? All right, interesting. Is he gonna bond or something? That's why he's refusing? All right, Ms. Lang, you wanna waive Mr.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mitchell's appearance? If he came, I probably would have ROR'd him, but I can't have a conversation with him. Does he qualify for pretrial release?
No, Your Honor.
All right, well, bonds will remain at 500. Juan Santos? Oh, okay, Jessica Soto bonded. All right. Hold on a second, hold on, wait. Did Carlos Santos, Juan Carlos Santos bond, or was it Jessica Santos?
No, Juan Carlos Santos.
Bonded?
Bonded.
All right, what happened with Jessica Soto?
We don't have Jessica Soto on that.
She probably already bonded. I got inmate number 200196636. These all DUIs, so I'm figuring people got out of here.
She bonded.
She bonded, all right. All right. All right, ma'am. Oh, sorry.
Samuel Vargas Martinez.
I didn't have him.
Bonded.
Okay, I didn't have him anyway, so.
I thought it was Spanish.
Yeah, those are all Spanish, I think, people we did this morning.
Dion Richardson.
What happened to Miss Ashley Prayer? All right. All right, can you state your name, ma'am?
Ashley Bayer,
Can you give me a date of birth?
12/12/86. I can't. Oh, did you mean this? The pink copy? It's shortened.
All right, does she qualify for PTR?
Yeah, just.
She just would need to be interviewed
All right.
if you do decide to put her on pretrial.
You know, I think the victim's probably related to her. I don't know because I can't tell if it's a domestic violence case. So I want to straight PTR her. No contact with the victim. No return to the scene. Maintain a separate residence from the victim. No weapons or firearms. No illegal drugs or narcotics that you don't have a prescription for. No alcohol. No going to places where alcohol is normally sold or distributed, so no bars, no liquor store. And no weapons, no firearms.
For me.
All right, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, you said Richardson, you were telling me something about.
Richardson is mental health.
All right. Ms. Lane, do you want to waive Mr. Richardson's appearance?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, this is Mr. Richardson. He was here on a charge of resisting officer without violence. I want to stay his bonds at the $500. He is also here for littering.
Yeah. Can I say something, sir?
Are you Mr. Richardson?
Could any way I get ROR?
Nope. So wait till I deal with Mr. Richardson first, and then we'll get to your case. All right, littering, I'm gonna say it's bonded $250. I set, Mr. Richardson was out on bond in 2020 CF 8128 AO. The court's gonna revoke a street and discharge his bonds as to that matter. I'm gonna set a new bond at none. He remain in the Orange County Jail until he can get in front of his division judge for a bond hearing. All right, are you Mr. Williams?
Yes, sir.
All right, come on up.
Sorry about a minute ago.
No problem. All right, sir, can you state your name?
Jimmy Ray Williams.
All right, Mr. Williams, you are here. Sir, give me a date of birth.
12152.
All right, sir, you're here on charge of petty theft.
Yes, sir.
I want to stay your bond in the amount of $250. You are out on ROR in 2020 MM 222 AE, and you're out on ROR in 2020 CF 6241 AO. And those two matters, I'm going to revoke your ROR status. I'm going to set a new bond in those matters at none at this point until you can get in front of your division judges to have a bond hearing. All right.
I'm sorry. Can we go back to Mr. Richardson? He got 2 more cases.
Literally, you got some more?
Yeah, he got disorderly conduct and trespassing and occupied structure. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
After we finish this one, I'm sorry.
No, I'm done with Mr. Williams.
So his bonds will revoke on both cases?
Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry. Sorry, go back to Mr. Richardson. He also has disorderly conduct. I don't know why he's on all separate affidavits. I'll set bond in that case in the amount of $100. And he also has trespassing the structure and on set bond amount of occupied structure set bond amount of $100. All right. Sir, can you state your name?
Kwame Winter.
All right, keep your mask on, sir, please. Thank you. Can you give me your date of birth?
072589.
All right. So you're here on a charge of petty theft. Mr. Carr, does he have any history or PTR?
Yes, Your Honor. See, the last conviction was from 2013. I'm seeing convictions for escape, multiple resisting without violence, domestic violence, burglary of a structure.
All right. Do you have any theft history?
Yes, Your Honor. Previous grand theft and petty theft convictions.
Adjudications or?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so Mr. Winter, I'm going to. What was the last theft conviction?
I don't have the year from the conviction. I just am seeing that it was a conviction for.
Qualified PCR?
He stated during the interview he didn't want any PCR services. You stated during your interview you didn't want any pretrial services.
Could you just further say what pretrial service you be meaning?
It's like a minimum supervision.
I just want to do the best thing to get you up out of here.
All right, so I'll give you these two options. I can give you release you on straight pretrial release.
Yes, sir.
Get you straight out of here.
Yes, sir.
Or I want to set your bond. I want to leave your bond set at $500.
This pretrial release me, get me up out of here.
I'm going to put you on pretrial release in this matter with weekly check-ins. You are to not return to the scene of this incident.
Yes, sir.
You're not to have any contact with the witnesses or victim in this case.
Yes, sir.
All right. Your next court date, you'll sign for arraignment when you are released.
Yes, sir. So I'm released?
Yeah, today.
Appreciate you,
As
boss.
long as you stay out of trouble.
Yes, sir.
So, Your Honor, he's on pretrial release with weekly check-ins?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
We don't hope. We all have hope. All right, sir, can you state your name?
Charles Keith Redding.
Mr. Redding? All right, can you give me a date of birth?
11/18/2000.
All right, so you're here on a charge of fleeing and attempt to elude with high speed or disregard. And you also here for loitering and prowling.
Yes, sir.
As to count one, the court's going to set your bond in the amount of $5,000. Actually, yeah, $5,000. As to count two, the court's going to RR you as that count on find probable cause as to that charge. All right.
Yes,
Over there,
sir.
sir. Can you state your name, ma'am?
Amy Smith.
Can you hear you?
Amy Smith.
All right, Ms. Smith, you are here on an out-of-county warrant from Polk County. Failure to appear for a petty theft.
No, that's,
I'm sorry, what'd you say? What's your last name? I'm sorry.
Smith.
Smith. Okay, got it, order. All right, okay. And both matters, Polk County? Okay, I'm sorry. Apologize, Ms. Smith. Can you give your date of birth again?
5/30/77.
All right, ma'am, you are here on an out-of-county warrant from, looks like Osceola County. Two counts of fraudulent and fraud and visitor person identification of another. This is a BOP or just?
FTA, just say FTA.
It's an FTA? Okay. It's a failure to appear, so I can't change your bond amounts. Your bonds in those cases remain at none until you can get in front of your Osceola County judge. She'll be able to do that pretty quickly. You're represented by the public defender's office. They can get you in front of that judge relatively quickly, all right?
Do you know about how long it'll take?
Make sure you call, you got to contact your public defender and figure out what that judge's schedule is.
So-
Judges have a lot of time right now, so they can get you on the docket pretty quickly, but you got to
How do I?
talk to your
I don't
public
have
defender.
any of my paperwork, and then I don't know how to get in contact with them.
Yeah, I saw the PD phone at the jail, if I remember correctly. Ms. Lang, is that correct?
Huh?
So you said they have access to the PD phone?
I believe so.
Yeah. So you should get some paperwork to our court date today? Yeah, so you'll get paperwork from the court today. You have all your case numbers on it. You can schedule time to talk on the PD phone with your public defender. Tell them that you want a bond hearing, and they can address your matter. Okay? Can you state your name, sir?
Wesley Session,
All right, Ms. Sessions, can you give me your date of birth?
July 31st, 1993.
All right, Ms. Sessions, I reset your case for today because you were ill or not with us. You were,
I'm sorry, I cannot hear you, Your Honor.
I said, I reset your case from yesterday. You were set for yesterday, but we had to reset you for today. You're here for a charge of disorderly intoxication.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Carr, do you have an offer to resolve Mr. Sessions' case?
Not this time, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Session, if you want to resolve your case with the court today, I will adjudicate you guilty and give you credit time served. That's something that you want to do today. Or we can set you for another court date if you would like. What would you like to do?
Will I be able to say anything if I say I'll take the time served?
I can't hear you.
Will I be able to say, would I be able to say anything on my behalf if I take the time served?
You could say something on behalf after we're done with taking your plea, but if you want to defend your case or take your case to trial or something like that, then I won't take your plea and I'll set you for another court date. So this is a good opportunity. You can resolve your case today. Don't come back to court. Don't worry about this case anymore. Or you can set your case out for another court date, and we'll have to appear for arraignment for that court date and go through the process. So this is just an early opportunity for you to resolve your case. If you don't want to do that, that's fine.
I'm gonna just resolve it today.
Say again?
I'm gonna just take the time served.
All right. You raise your right hand and be sworn in. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right. Sir, you are being charged with a crime of disorderly intoxication. That's a second-degree misdemeanor punishable by 60 days in a county jail and a $500 fine. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
We just had a discussion before we swore you in that the court was going to offer you an adjudication of guilt, credit time served. That's your understanding?
Yes.
All right. Do you understand by entering a plea with the court, you'll be giving up your right to a trial in this case?
Yes.
You also give up the right to have an attorney appointed to represent you in a trial.
Yes.
All right. An attorney in this case can cross-examine the state's witnesses, it can challenge the state's evidence, and call witnesses on your behalf. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medications this afternoon?
Right now?
Yes, right now.
No.
Have you been diagnosed in the past or in the present, or do you suffer now from a mental health illness?
No.
Has anybody forced, threatened, or coerced you to enter this plea?
No.
Do you understand if you're not a United States citizen, entering this plea could subject you to deportation?
Repeat that?
If you're not a United States citizen, entering this plea could subject you to deportation.
Okay.
Do you want to plead guilty or no contest?
Guilty.
I accept your guilty plea. I reviewed the charging affidavit in this case. I found the factual basis in there and obtained. I will adjudicate you guilty of the crime of disorderly intoxication. I'll give you credit for the 2 days, 3 days? 3?
3 days.
3 days that you have in the Orange County Jail with 3 days time served. I will impose the $273 in court fees and public cause of prosecution in this case. So do you have a job?
No, sir.
This time I'll reduce those costs to judgment. You have 30 days from today's date to appeal the judgment and sentence of the court in writing.
Will I be able to get an extension, sir? Because I'm homeless.
I reduced your fines to judgment, so I'm not putting it on your payment plan. There's a judgment outstanding against you, so if at some point you come into some money, the state of Florida is going to take their cut first.
Yes, sir.
All right? I appreciate it. Have a good day. All right. Ms. Lane, do you want to waive Mr. Hoover's appearance? Or do you want to try to bring him back tomorrow, see if he's ready to resolve his case?
Will we be able to reset it for tomorrow?
All right, we'll set Mr. Hoover for tomorrow. All right, Mr. Johnson. All right, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Can you give me your date of birth?
6/18/68.
All right. Sir, you're here on a charge of disorderly conduct. Mr. Carr, do you have any history related to this type of crime?
I do not have history, Your Honor. I did not have a PTR form that I typically have with the case, so I'm not sure.
PTR, do you got a chance to talk to Mr. Johnson yet?
Yes, we did interview him. You wanted to know his history?
Yes, ma'am. If I can, like this, or like around this type of crime.
Well, I know his last conviction was August 7th, 2020 for a possession charge and a ordinance. No disorderly conduct convictions.
All right, so Mr. Johnson, if you want to resolve your case with the court today, the court will offer you a withhold of adjudication of guilt and court costs. Is that something that you want to do today?
Yes.
All right, sir, you want to raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Can you state your name again?
William Lewis
All
Johnson.
right, you put your hand down. Sir, do you want to plead guilty or no contest to these charges?
Or guilty.
I'll understand by pleading guilty to these charges that you've given up your right to a trial in this case.
Yes.
You understand you're giving up the right to have the court appoint an attorney to represent you in this case.
Yes.
You also, sorry, an attorney in this case can challenge the state's evidence and cross-examine the state's witnesses and call witnesses on your behalf. Do you understand that?
Yes.
And if a witness did not want to appear, the court can use a subpoena power to make that witness appear. Do you understand?
Yes.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medications this morning?
No.
Have you now or in the past been diagnosed with a mental health illness?
No.
Has anybody forced, threatened, or coerced you to enter this plea?
No.
You understand by entering this plea, if you're not a United States citizen, it can subject you to deportation.
Yes.
I reviewed the charging affidavit in this case. I find as a factual basis. I find Mr. Johnson's plea is freely and voluntarily given. I will withhold adjudication of guilt. I will impose court costs in the amount of $273. Sorry, give him credit for the 1 day time served. This is a regular
2
case, right?
days.
2 days. I'm sorry, 2 days credit time served.
223, any city ordinance just
It's 223.
Yeah.
I thought it was a regular.
It's the MO.
I thought okay. And then I see up there now. 223.
Yes.
And I'll reduce that to judgment for this. Okay.
All right, thank you, sir.
All right. Have a great day. Okay, I didn't see the memo. Apologize. All right. We got Mr. Portland. Can you state your name, sir?
James Timothy Pollard III,
All right, sorry, Mr. Pollard. Can you give me your date of birth?
11/21/79.
All right, sir, you're here on, looks like an open container violation in Orlando, the city limits of Orlando. I believe that's a second-degree misdemeanor punishable by 60 days in the county jail and a $500 fine. Does anybody have any history for the same type of offense? Disorderly intox, open container?
For this
Yes.
one, Your Honor, I also don't have a sheet, so I would defer to PTR.
All right.
He was last convicted for open container on March 29th of 2020.
All right. All right, Paul, if you want to resolve your case, the court will adjudicate you guilty, give you credit time served. Is that something you want to do today?
Yes, sir.
All right. Can you raise your right hand and be sworn in? Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony that you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
All right, sir. Can you state your name again?
James Timothy Pollard III.
Do you want to plead guilty or no contest in this case?
Guilty.
All right. Do you understand by pleading guilty in this case, you're giving up your right to a trial in this matter?
Yes, sir.
You understand you're giving up your right to have an attorney appointed to represent you in this case?
Yes, sir.
An attorney in this case can challenge the state's evidence, you can cross-examine the state's witnesses and call witnesses on your behalf. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
And if a witness did not want to appear, the court can use its subpoena power to make that witness appear.
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medications this afternoon?
Not at all, sir.
Have you now or in the past been diagnosed with a mental health illness?
In the past,
What was that illness?
schizoaffective.
All right. Do you take any medications for that disorder?
No, sir.
Are you experiencing any of the symptoms from that disorder right now?
No, sir.
Do you understand if you're not a United States citizen, entering this plea could subject you to deportation? You got answer.
Yes, sir.
All right. Has anybody forced, threatened, or coerced you to enter this plea?
No, no, sir.
All right, I reviewed the charging affidavit in this case. I find as a factual basis to enter Mr. Pollard's plea. I find his plea is freely and voluntary given based on the colloquy that I just performed. I will adjudicate him guilty of the crime of possession of or consumption of alcohol on a prohibited public place, also known as open container. I will impose the court costs as $223, and I'll reduce those costs of judgment. All right, have a good day, sir.
All right,
got
you
30
too.
days from today's date to appeal your judgment and sentence in writing.
Thank you, sir.
Judge, I have a question on, I know you said it's straight PTR. Robin Perry and, Bajar, you gave them straight PTR. You
No.
gave a bond plus PTR.
I did.
You gave them bond plus PTR? Okay, well, I didn't.
Yeah, 500.
500 plus PTR? Okay, both of them, okay.
All DD cases.
I remember you saying that.
All right. You guys will be in recess until 9 o'clock, where two people that look very different than me are on the bench.